We'll give it like a couple of minutes. Maybe I'll have to apologize to all the people who want to watch my lives. Pink Floyd fans. Right? I don't know. You never know. Okay. Getting organized. Got some sunburn. Yikes. Excuse me. Anyways. Let's see. We'll see what happens. I figure when there's a few people in here, I'll fill you in on my experience yesterday. And tell you how that went. Until then, I'm going to keep organizing something. Because, I'll clean off my glasses. I might as well just get comfortable. Right? Yeah. God, these glasses are really bad. You can't wear the glasses and then mess around in the kitchen and expect to not have fingerprints on your glasses. I need to go into like, need to get stock in lens cleansers, lens cleaners. Yeah. It's a little better. It's a little better. Anyway, so hoping a particular group of people pop in today. Hello, Christoph Stemberger. Hello. Hey. Rosa. Hello. Noelia. Hello. That's a very pretty name. I've never seen that before. It's pretty. I like the simple name Noel. Add a little spaz to it. A little pizzazz to it. It's even better. Well, you have a very pretty name. I can't really pronounce the other one, but welcome. Aw, thanks. Well, oh, I'm hoping that you're referencing the crazy that I'm going through right now. Thanks. I really appreciate it. I have, wow, I was a little taken aback by that one because I wasn't prepared. But thank you very much. I don't know what's going on. But, I don't know. I'm on the other side of the planet from India. Christoph, thanks. What I'm really hoping is that somebody who's gone through something like this or anything like this will end up in my chat room and be able to help me understand how they got through it or how they're getting through it, because I don't have a support system right now for this at all. It has scared away everyone, or everyone who it scared away is involved. I can't quite put my finger on what is going on other than it's not good. But I'm okay. Don't anybody worry. I'm okay. I get a little nervous sometimes, but I'm okay. That was pretty awesome. Hi. What's up? How are you feeling about yourself today? Do I eat cookies? I'm not really a cookie person, no. Not really. Yazzie. Yazlee. Ooh, I left at the L. Hello. Scarface, that was directed to you. How are you feeling today? You're always letting me know how you're healing, and you're taking it moment by moment, so I was just checking in on you. Elvish. What's that? Elvish Shadav. What's that? Thanks for checking in. I'm doing good. Play great day so far. How about yourself? I spent most of it outside, catching up on some stuff. I had a snake, literally, one way larger than the one that I've shared shorts of in my garden, but still a garter snake. I think it was actually stalking a frog, because after I scared the snake scared me enough that it went away to where I couldn't see it. There was a small frog not too far, like a little leopard frog, jumping around in the yard, and I imagine that snake was that. It was big, it was healthy. I'll share it at some point, but I wanted the dog inside, who for some reason didn't see it. We were 3 feet from it, came like out of nowhere, scared the heck out of me, and so I took a little stick because I wanted to kind of urge it to just go off, right, so I could let the dog back out. And I kind of like went to poke it with the stick a little bit, and it turned around at me, and it was like, I was like, no! And I jumped out of myself. Yeah, I can't show you because it's trapped in there, but I'll definitely show it in a short. He scared the crap out of me. Like, he turned around, he was like, ah! But I wasn't afraid of it. He just startled me. I just didn't need the dog or the snake to hurt one another, so I was trying to separate the two. Oh, very cool, Rao. I just don't know how to say your name, R-A-O. For some reason, I want to say Rao, but I don't think that's right. Yes, the snake. I'm surrounded by snakes. Yet I still run around the yard barefoot. But I'm surrounded by snakes. Hey, thanks, Thornton. This is workout in the yard. I definitely didn't sleep in today like I should have, but I'm trying to get my body clock on for a big change in a schedule. I was hoping to catch a friend in England who this is kind of his evening, but we'll see if he pops on or not. You never know. But wow, I mean, people telling me that they're supporting me as far as, that means a lot. Yeah. I don't know what the snake was. He was cool. I mean, he was really cool. You'll see. I'm going to save a little bit of material so while I'm at work I can futz around if I have time and do shorts there. But where are you from, Thornton? You're a new name. Scarface, are you still doing your big plan? Like, you're still going to head out to California? I'm always joking around with everybody. I'm like, no, I'm going to show up at that guy's 10 acres, and I'm going to show up in a, what do you call those? I don't know. They're like homes on wheels. For some reason, the name is escaping me. I'm just going to show up, let the dogs out. They're going to go run to the water, and, you know, I'll wave as I walk by. I think you should have like a lake or something, and there has to be like a wooded path to get to it. Like, you shouldn't be able to see it from your house. It has to be like one of those walk through, and then all of a sudden you're in a big clearing, and it's like, wow, oh, look at this. But, you know, I don't know. I thought that was like probably one of the coolest long-term goals I've ever heard anybody say, because it's very similar to a long-term goal I would have. Except I'd like to pick up this house and everything that I've touched for the last 28 years in the yard and take it all with me. I think I'd be heartbroken just because I wouldn't be able to see shit come up in the spring that I anticipate and can't wait to see bloom, you know? When you're in a certain spot for a really long time, you have rituals, you have things that are comfortable, familiar, you know, and then you can also see, like, progress over time. Man, have I moved a lot of rocks on this yard and created a lot of, you know? I don't move as many now because I get tired faster. But, You know what I mean? Yeah, still thinking about the plan, how to make it happen, what options I have, and all that good stuff. Well, at least you are thinking about it. It's much better than not considering a plan at all. I have no plan right now. Every day I'm just happy to still be here, and, you know, I ask for your basic safety and, you know, ask for the obvious, which should be the obvious, and that somebody does the right thing at some point. Like, that's because I can't do any more than I'm doing. But I did make an interesting phone call today because I've been researching myself, actually, and I am finding some really interesting information that doesn't make any sense. But I got a little ballsy and called a phone number that was connected to me and some other person, and I left him a short voicemail. I did not expect to hear back from him because nobody ever calls back anybody that sounds like they're talking about something crazy. And he called back, nicest guy. Did have a connection. We both had a connection to somewhere in particular where they used to live, him and his wife, and where I was at one point. We did not live in the same place. We couldn't really figure out exactly why the number overlapped. But we did have a good giggle, and we talked about an area there, you know, that we were both familiar with. But he was really understanding. He even made a few suggestions, you know, of what to think about, and how something was handled in Ohio, where he is. I guess he's in Ohio. I think that's what he said. But he kind of made a little light bulb go up in my head this morning. So I feel like I have yet another avenue to look down. I can't say a couple of things that he said out of respect for him and his privacy. But I said, well, I could definitely look into that here in New York. And he was like, what? I was like, yep, I'm just going to take that concept and I'm just going to roll it on over. You know, enjoying the present, that's all I have to do. Thanks, Terrell. I'm not exactly sure whose they are. Both my parents had blue eyes. I think they're shaped like my dad's, but they're my mom's color. My sister also has blue eyes, but a slightly different shade. And one of her daughters has really big blue eyes. That's my Maddie. You'll see her in a couple of shorts. She's a singer, theater actress. She's a triple threat. She can dance. She can do it all. I'm really hoping somebody discovers her because that's her dream, and she's done nothing but commit to it, and she's fantastic. So, you know, I'm going to live through vicariously through her because I'm pretty sure I missed it. I missed my opportunity a long time ago. But I did have a great experience yesterday. A couple of friends brought me to an animal rescue that was having an event. We ended up talking with the owner, super nice guy, who's had his hand in a lot of really big things for other people. I mean, I don't really know how to say it. I posted a pic of us in my community page. What a sweet man. I mean, experienced. I mean, his conversational skills were blowing us out of the water. Like, one right after another. I mean, sharp as a tack. Had us laughing, you know, and then when he thought he offended us, he's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, but nobody was offended. He was absolutely hilarious. You can tell why he's been so successful because, you know, people who are super sharp up here, somebody who can read a room, play a room, keep everybody engaged. I mean, that guy's a super being. Like, he's just a super being. And it was really nice to be in his company, even if it was for a short bit. And he even asked me, like, a question that nobody ever asks me. He asked me if I had a little Native American in me. And I said, yeah, actually, I believe I do on my father's mother's side. And I remember as a kid going to that house and seeing there was one picture of a woman who was clearly Native American, and she just had that look, that beautiful look. She looked tough, but it was just a headshot of her, and I think it was like black and white. And I remember staring at it as a kid, like, and just wondering who the hell that amazing woman was. I never really asked about it. I should ask. I should find out. I don't know if he'll tell me, but I'll ask. And but I'd be curious. He seemed pretty knowledgeable. And I said, oh, is it because of the way my wrinkles sit on my face? And he said, no. It's just something I felt, like an energy thing. And I was so relieved because you don't really meet a lot of people who read energies or rely on energies or even acknowledge the fact that they have felt your energy. Hey there, Death Flare. But he was so comforting, and after that, I had a great time. We did end up catching the whole performance of the last band, and it was Pink cover band, a Pink Floyd cover band, and they were called, of course, Floyd Pink, which was really cute. Like, so silly, but you couldn't mess it up. I took a bunch of lives. I couldn't take, like, long ones because I didn't want to hold the phone. I wanted to dance. And I did that. I danced all over the place, and I even danced along with some other happy people enjoying the music. But it was super. And the shorts, unfortunately, the person who's hacking my phone, the quality is atrocious. Like, it didn't look like that yesterday. But then today I went back to look at them because I wanted to fill out, you know, the information, the descriptions, so it didn't go into, like, animals and dogs. I wanted to make sure it was in music. And I was really disappointed because you could tell that somebody was having a heyday with my film. Like, just having a heyday with it. But there was one section of one of the songs where the young lady who, I think it was her first or second time, I want to say first, I thought that's what she told us, performing with this band, she blew us all away. I mean, we were all kind of dumbfounded by her ability to just be phenomenal. And I was the most mad. And I made a comment in a short because I was still thinking about how annoyed I was. But what makes me mad is that whoever's hacking my world doesn't understand that every time they try to negatively affect me, it reaches out and it touches other people. Whether they're people I know, people I support, whether they're friends, whether they're neighbors, family. It's pissing me off because I don't care if you have a problem with me. Deal with me. I've said this in the past. But when you start attacking my world and everything that's inside my world, then you're hurting other people. You know, and these are people who, they're just doing their thing. They don't deserve to have, like, that band was wonderful. Every single one of those shorts that I posted should have been quality clear. You should be able to see and hear everything. They were wonderful. They were there to raise money for an animal rescue. They had nothing to do with me. Do you understand? So I get a little annoyed because hackers don't seem to care about anyone, not even, you know, their target, but they don't realize, like, and I can only imagine if I were a mom or a wife, you know, what my significant other or family would be feeling, immediate family would be feeling going through all this. You know, I already know how disheveled my dogs are due to the lack of routine and odd things that are going on, you know, in my life that I really can't explain to them. I mean, I'd like to think that animals are a lot more forgiving than people, but I just get upset because they're aiming for me, but they're hitting other people. And it's not okay with me. You know, like, I was there to support the function. I didn't even know I was going to meet the owner. What a fantastic all-around experience I had. So thanks to my two friends who offered to let me go with them. They're great people. And always a good time with them. Always a good time. But I'm just disappointed because I really wanted everybody to be able to enjoy the shorts that I took. And I was a little disappointed. I was there live, so I know what it was supposed to sound like, and I know what it was supposed to look like. And it took me a little while to get closer to the band, but I did get an interview in with the drummer, and I had a little chat with the saxophonist, and I think he also is a vocalist too. And I was able to get a little bit closer to the other band members, and you know, they all gave a little wave, so I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't seem to mind, but the drummer was great. He explained a little bit about where we were and who they are and what they do, which was great because I didn't know anything. I had no idea what I was walking into, but it was great, and I would love to continue to support more of those. I just hope the quality of my sharing will improve because, like I said, the band was great. They did a wonderful Pink Floyd. They just did a wonderful, it was great. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, that I think when people attempt to hurt other people, they don't realize that they're hurting more people than the person they're intending to hurt. And they have to take that into consideration when they do stuff because it's just not nice, you know. Anyway, only danger is self. Death Flare disengaged. Okay. That's how it goes. But anyway, am I okay, Noelia? Oh, I really like your name. So pretty. I think I'm okay. I'm always okay. Anybody who knows me, I always tell them I'm okay. because I have to be. You know, when you're on your own and you're on your, you know, you're, oh, my dog is dreaming. Do you hear that? Hi, Shades. It's Nellie. She's like chirping in her sleep. What do you call a dog? Oh, jokes, I love them. What do you call a dog that can do magic tricks? I should know this. I hang out with third graders. That's when they really get into jokes. I don't know. What do you call a dog that can do magic tricks? Come on, Zach. Get us all laughing. A labracadabradora. Wait, labracadabradora. Wait. That's so perfect because I have all Labradors. Oh my goodness, labracadabrador. Oh, Zach. I'll make sure to tell them all when they're not sleeping. I think they'll appreciate that one too. Super cute. I like silly jokes. That's really cute. Thanks for sharing that, Zach. But yeah, I don't know. I was a little disturbed. So if anybody wants to know what I'm talking about, jump around. My shorts are not long at all, but you'll be able to see. I think the last one shows the section where that woman was singing so amazingly. And the first one kind of just introduces, but somewhere in there, there's a nice interview with one of the band members, which I think came out okay. At least the first time I looked at it, that section came out okay. But what are you going to do? I'm still laughing at the joke. Anyways. But yeah, so yeah, everybody's okay, I guess. My life is just at a standstill since March. Like, since March, it hasn't made any sense at all. At least before that, I was functioning somewhat normal. Going to work, coming home, not really realizing just how crazy this was all going to get. You know, I spent a couple months being aggressive, making phone calls, and probably making matters worse, and realizing just how much bullshit I was swimming in. And then I came to the conclusion, nope, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm just not doing it. You know, and then I got a message on my phone, on my answering machine phone, telling me they wanted to reschedule something. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, how much did they pay that person to make the second phone call? Because the first phone call, it was not pretty. I am not re-entering that door again. You know, it's like, why? They should really just quit. Like, they should stop. They should quit while they're ahead. Tell the truth. Maybe they'll get lesser of a consequence. But I don't know, at this point, for some reason, somebody's not letting something go. And I kind of wish they would. Like, let it the fuck go already. I'm over it. Everybody's over it. Everybody. You know, and if it means I have to make all new family and friends, then I'll do that. But at this point, what the F is going on? Like, what is really going on? What is really happening behind everything? Like, somebody questioned a short I posted, and, you know, they said it sounds a little crazy, and it is. It is a well-orchestrated fallacy is what it is. I think the more I learn, the more I cannot believe people have the audacity to say and do things not on my behalf. So, I don't know. Luckily for me, I have a really good heart. And I appreciate the little things. And I may or may not forgive down the road, but it'll be mine to know. You know what I mean? I won't tell anybody that, I forgive you for doing that to me. They will never know. That will be for me. That'll be for my heart. That'll be for my psyche. That'll be all for me. But I'm not doing it anytime soon. I'm not making any appointments with the forgive gods. Like, at this point, I would like to fire everyone. And give myself a raise for putting up with all this baloney. I don't know, but I danced my butt off last night, and I was really expecting to be sore today, and I'm not. So that's always a blessing. Like, that's the kind of thing, like, that I'm just like, yes. You know, I had permission to dance last night. That's what that tells me. It tells me, and I don't care. I don't even care if people were there and people were not. Or if, who knows, for all I know, it could have been another setup. All good. I still made the most of it. Nobody's going to steal my joy. And if they set me up in environments that they know there's an aspect I'm going to love, well, I'm pretty sure I'm winning then. Because my joy will totally outweigh whatever bullshit they're throwing at me. It's just how I am. It's how I absorb my life. It's how I function. You know, I'm that silver lining person. I've even had people get mad at me for saying, hey, there's a silver lining to this. Shut the fuck up. No, there will be. And now I have to give myself all the same advice I've been giving a lot of people over my lifetime. You know, to suck it up. You know what I mean? Suck it up. Know who you are. Stay strong. Keep your morals. It doesn't matter how many people dangle a golden carrot in front of your face. You know the right thing to do. You know the right thing to do. Okay? And if somebody's like threatening to blackmail you or like blah, 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 is it that bad of a secret? Should it be a secret? Maybe there's really only one person you don't want to know that information to. Go tell them so that you can have a free conscience. You know, and if you're making all these choices that you should be ashamed of, maybe you need to start rethinking that your own values and how you handle your life and the people in it. You know, I'm okay with who I am, and I don't think they were expecting that. I'm okay with who I am. I may not have made the best choices throughout my entire life. I may have put myself in unsafe situations. I may have chosen people who I knew were going to hurt me. But I'm thinking all of those things collectively, not independently, but collectively have made me the person that I am right now, fighting all this shit and keeping my chin up, you know? Because you can't. And if it is a mind over matter war, I could talk myself down off any ledge. I can. I'm a talker, remember? So, you know, it's a challenge, and I can't walk away from this one. I just wish they would stop hurting other people. I just wish that they would set their own freaking boundaries and stick by them. Now, you want to annoy me, annoy me. You want to hurt my feelings? Go ahead, poke the bear. But leave other people alone. You know, don't interrupt the good that other people are doing just to be bad to me. It's not okay. You know, I lose faith in humanity when that kind of stuff happens. It's a really funny joke. Anybody got any other jokes? Because I'm in a very, like, serious mood today, believe it or not. Probably because I danced out all, like, the bullshit. So now I'm ready to discuss. Today's a good day for tough questions. But I won't be on here for very long. Like I said, I was kind of hoping to catch somebody in his evening time period over there on the other side of the pond. But he must be busy, and that's okay. So I'll chat for a little bit as long as anybody wants to chat with me. I have absolutely nothing to share. I don't have anything planned. I might play some more music. I don't know if any of you have been listening to the 45s. I don't know if anybody listens to anything that I do, but hello from Italy, Piscopo. Am I saying that right? Michelle? Piscopo? Hi. So yeah, I'll probably do that either tomorrow or the next day. I don't have a lot of days left where I can do long stretches of fun stuff. I'm going to be on a very strict schedule. So if I do anything, it'll be later on in the evening here, and it won't last long. Because I want to do a good job for my animals and where I'm working, and that requires time. But hopefully I will try. Maybe try to do at least one good one a week. But I have a lot more 45s to share, and the last one was great. I really enjoyed it. I had some nice company. Yeah, what are you going to do? I think one of the best things you could possibly share is music. And, you know, every single one of those, I have copyright issues. I'm thinking to myself, how is music from the 40s, 50s, and 60s stuck with a copyright issue? Do you know what I mean? Like, it throws me, but I don't really get it because I'm not making money off this channel. This is a non-monetized channel. YouTube will not let my numbers get anywhere where I can join a partner program or do anything to make any kind of funds. My numbers are still screwy. Today, I want to see what they look like today. What the F? Like, I don't know. Oh, are you Michael? I'm sorry. Or are you Michelle? I can't. Oh, Michael. Yeah. Okay. Michael Piscopo. So Michele is pronounced Michael in Italy. Okay. That's interesting. Cool. The things that we learn. I tell you. I'll show you where I'm at today. Never a dull moment. But I mean, I look at it just to see how much I'm being fucked with. I don't really know what the numbers mean. I don't know. Ah. Perfecto. No, I'm just playing. Just playing. I'm super goofy. So let me show you where I'm at today. Oh, look at how it won't let me open it up. Of course not. Wow. What the? Okay. So anyway, my phone went a little haywire yesterday, and now it's like a whole bunch of weird colors and stuff. Ah, perfecto. Perfecto. I would do much better if I could hear you. But look, I've got 148 now. It was like 60. And then now I have 63K valid public shorts views. 63. Where I believe a couple of days ago, it was like 140 something. I don't know how people who work for YouTube, they've got to have screeners. They have got to have people who see this stuff. I mean, this is like flag central here to me. Like, red flag. Woo! Something is completely not right with this girl's channel. Not at all. But I guess they don't care. I mean, you know, maybe they don't, whatever. They're saving money if they don't have to pay me, right? So maybe they're just going to let it slide. I don't think I'm going to let it slide, though. Like, I'm going to continue to raise hell till this gets all sorted out, right? Perfecto. I'm going to try. Only because everybody deserves it. And there's no way in hell that I'm the only person that this is happening to. With regards to the whole YouTube thing, unless this is just a hacker thing, I don't know. I don't even know if they're connected. I don't know if they're completely separate entities. I swear to God, I think there's like 5 or 6 different groups of people. Because somebody did something with my information, I think people were told I did stuff to them that I didn't do in different areas of the community around here. And no, like, so not the case. But I'm getting consequences for actions that I never participated in. So I'm really hoping that at the end of this, my name is cleared, so people will realize, oh, that she isn't attacking me. She isn't doing this behind my back. No, I'm not. No. I make a lot of popcorn. Like, you know, I play in my yard with my dogs. Lately, I take lots of video of insects. What are you going to do? 'Tis the season. But, like, no. Hi there, Cucumberly. That's a cute name. But yeah, Michael, I'll have to try to remember that it looks like Michelle, but it's not. What else was I going to show you? I forget. My thoughts are constantly moving. Very rare for me to like pick a topic and stay on it. I'm all over the place in my head with regards to that, but apparently adults can also take ADHD medication, which I didn't realize until another adult told me that they were on it. And I said, yeah, is it making a difference? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what, though? I like who I am. I like the mental struggles that I put myself through. I think that's why I'm tough cookie. Oh, hello, Melanie Benjamin. Oh, love from Jamaica. I recognize the flag. We did a lot of flag work in the Montessori classroom. And I recognize that. Excellent. I did recognize Italy too, but there's so many with those 3 colors that sometimes you can get them easily mixed up. Ooh. But yeah, very nice, Jamaica. I love it. How is it there? I'm going to assume it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to safely assume, right? Then again, I could be really wrong. I don't know. Feel free to redirect me if need be. Nothing I do or say is set in stone. You just try to do the right thing. Try to be nice. But But thank you for all your support. It was nice and sunny. See? Perfect. If you look up a little higher. Cucumberly, where are you saying hello from? It's nice and sunny here too. For some reason, I put on a sweatshirt, but I feel like I need to be like hot today. Do you ever have those days where it's like, I don't know, super cold, but you wear a tank top anyway because you just want the chills, or super hot and you're like sleeping under 3 blankets? I don't know why people do what they do. Like, I don't even know why I do what I do sometimes. I think I needed to feel like, you know, like I pity the fool who shows up at my door today because I'm going to be like, can I have a hug? I don't even care who they are. Just kidding. I do care who they are, but I did get lots of hugs yesterday, so that felt good. And I met a lot of nice people and some more people to meet out for music and support. You know, I mean, yesterday revolved around animal rescue, so of course I was going to be there. You know, I couldn't say no. Once she explained like what it was for, I was like, But then again, that's why. You never know. You never know how real anything is. We know what this person likes. Let's get her here. But I ended up making the most of it, I think. Met some really great people. If you see something go up my straw, it's just blueberries. Sometimes they like shoot down my throat. I'm not really prepared. Hi. Yeah. I saw you supported. I don't know if you saw my comment back to you. And I don't know if you watched any of them, but there was a big flag with lots of hammers that I asked the gentleman. I sat and chatted with him. He looked like a Santa Claus. He was the sweetest guy. And I asked him if he could show the flag again so I could get it on film. But that was for you, Pip. My man with the hammer. But, yeah, I had a really good time. I met the owner of the place. I believe he's actually a pretty outstanding guy. I guess he's involved in music production. He rattled off a bunch of stuff that he did and that he's still doing. But it was his rescue. Don Oriello. I mean, I'm not big on who's who, but the more I learned about him, I was like, wow, like, what a really worldly fellow, and what a nice guy nonetheless, like, absolutely charming. I posted a pic in the community page, and I said earlier, I don't know what you call it, Pip, but he asked me if I was Native American, if I had Native American in me, and that was really the first time anybody asked me outright that directly, and I believe I do, from my either father's father or grandmother's, like my mother's father's mother or father's, so my grandparents' side. I don't know which one. I think my grandmother. But I know for sure that there was a beautiful Native American woman in a photo on the wall, and she looked like maybe in her 70s or 80s. But I used to stare at it. It was on the wall in the house, you know, when we would go visit my grandmother. And my aunt and uncle who lived with her. But I always remember staring at that and her bell and salt and pepper collection. She had some interesting, what do you call them? Likes, dislikes, or whatever. How are you today, Pip? So far, I've had some really wonderful people in the chat sending some love and support. And boy, could I use that right now. So it really hit the spot. It makes me okay that I jumped on today. I was just going to say hello and see if you were around, believe it or not, because I knew it was like around 8 o'clock or so there by you. But yeah, I danced my butt off, and I'm not sore today, which I was really expecting to get up and be like, oh, just tired. But it was super, really good. Pink Floyd cover band. They went by the name Floyd Pink. So I thought that was pretty cool. But they were really wonderful. Like I said, I left the shorts on there. The quality, the hackers destroyed. And then I took video of 2 of my friends who sang together at karaoke like 2 weeks ago. And I watched it like after I took the video, and it was great. Like, it was clear. He says to me, "What the hell did you do to that video?" I said, "What?" He goes, who, what? And he showed, I was like, oh man. I was like, I'm so sorry. Because it was like, again, another nice memory for somebody. But they're not realizing how selfish they are when they interfere with my life. They're actually interfering with other people's also who do not deserve any negative attention. I don't deserve it. But I mean, like, if you're going to pick a topic or a target, at least hit just your target. And it's just sloppy what they're doing. It's not nice. Oh my gosh, what is that in my way? Okay, that's better. Pretty good today. Tester paints. Oh, thank you for telling me what that was before I had to ask. What are you doing? Oh, is it for your 70s room? Or just in general? I hate painting. I painted everything in this house, and these ceilings in here are super duper high. I fell off the ladder a few times, and in the purple room I did too. Like this was a royal pain in the ass. I don't know who stained these beams, but it wasn't me. I would never stain a hand-hewn beam because there's no way to get it off. So in the other room, I don't know how many weeks it took me to do it on top of a ladder, but I took a hand electric sander and I tried to find like, and when we had this place open, you could see it was beautiful. It was pine. Like it was a light colored wood. Like I would have never stained it. I would have never darkened it. But the hand hewn beams that I sanded, they look now like all like, you know, half and half, like where I could, because it's not flat. So I don't know. It came out nice, but no way in hell do I have the energy to do the ones in here, although I think it looks better than a solid stain. A lot of work. I hate painting. I don't do well with it. I get hurt when I paint. I like to paint on an you know, a smaller, something smaller. 2 types of mustard, an olive green and a forest green. You could see my pretty orange, right? After I did this, my father came in and goes, oh, you're the one who lives here. I said, you're darn right. I have no issues with color. I have like a fluorescent Kermit the Frog green room upstairs. That room's 2 different shades of purple. My kitchen is like cobalt blue. Hello. So, you know, mustard and olive green. It's fast food. It's 1970s fast food restaurants. Then we talk about that. That's cool. At least you're getting your plans done. You're more motivated than I am right now. It's not true. I am motivated. I just don't get a lot done. Because I'm too busy, like, you know, playing tennis with shit that's coming my way. But good for you. What else you got to do? I'm glad you were there. Or glad you're here today. Did you see the flags? I wanted to know if you saw the flags. Oh, come on. I'm going to put my foot up. Did you see the flags, Pip? I don't know which live it is. I could find it. I could find it and show you if you didn't see it. I know it's sort of there. I remember seeing bits and pieces of it. Yes, Michael. For what I can see, yours looks like a beautiful house. The exposed beams on the ceiling are fantastic. Well, it is halfway up like a wainscoting. This house was built in 1760 something. I'm terrible with numbers. It's written down somewhere. At least that's what I was told. And so these beams were put together with wooden dowels. They're not even like Lincoln log style. So like when we had it uncovered, I mean, and behind this orange, there's beams too, you know, that run from top to bottom. They kept covering everything up. And upstairs, I guarded a few. I was like, you're not putting drywall over these beams. So like in one of the end rooms, I managed to like interject with enough time that you can actually see some of the sideways beams, which is really nice. I've done my best with it. There's more spiders here than anything else, but they're welcome. I can't reach. I'm always ready for Halloween. That's how I look at it. But thank you. I appreciate that. I just like really bold colors. And see, I'll just kind of show you. See that big fireplace? With a little, I put a wood stove in and, yeah. But see, you can see how they cooked, and there's another one over there, and there's another one up there. But yeah, old school. I guess if it's like American old school. Only buying it, and the only thing I've painted in my life is one spindle of a banister. So you're hiring somebody to do the painting. Yeah, pretty, right? Like, this is like my favorite one, because see that wood stove right there? That's where my ass is all winter. I literally just stand right there. I do everything 2 feet from the wood stove. Pretty sure I have a few pairs of pants that have like scorches on them. But yeah. Ah, very good. So you have a painter. You don't have to worry about that. You just get to pick the colors and then live with it. That's not so bad. Answer my question. Did you see the hammers? If not, I can show you. I had the nicest conversation with the guy. He was like, yeah, my wife was too tired, so I came out without her. I was like, that's cool. He's like, she's probably going to give me some crap. I said, no, she's not. I said, she wants to see you happy, which I'm hoping. He seemed like the nicest guy. Thank you, Michael Piscopo. Yeah, I didn't pick this house. I don't own it. But I've been lucky enough to make it my home for a really long time. And it's very unfinished. There's so many unfinished. There's wires there hanging out. Like, nothing ever got finished. I am one of those people that just gets left in the dust. As I watched my sister flip 4 houses during the time that I've lived here. Yeah. It just is what it is. But it's home. And, you know, home is what you make of it. Yes, you did. Oh, so you did see it. Okay. Oh. So you knew what that flag was about? Because that gentleman told me, and I was just like, oh, I had no idea. I said, I just like the hammers. And he was really a good sport about it. But he did explain the connection to Pink Floyd, too, which I thought was kind of cool. Of course, you know everything. I can't wait to discover something that you don't know. Like, that day when you go, what? Can somebody explain that? I'm going to fall off whatever I'm sitting on. I'm just warning you. But of course you are. Of course you do. But good, I'm glad you caught it. That was for you, by the way. Yeah. I do think of people, believe it or not. I'm always thinking of somebody else. Another reason why I get myself into trouble. Somebody said to me the other day, why don't you start being really selfish? I was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Of course. Of course. Well, I think she would have really liked the cover band then. They were great. Like, they were great. And I haven't heard too much Pink Floyd in you know, a while. That's like something you have to like choose to put on. You don't normally hear. Well, no, occasionally somebody sings that. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Somebody sings that at karaoke every once in a while. I'm trying to figure out how to get comfortable here. I don't normally sit here. This is not my spot. Not my spot anyway, even when I'm, you know, home. I usually sit over there. Do you ever get like comfortable in certain spots? But I also don't have like normal outlets in this house, so there's like I have to constantly run cords everywhere. It's fucking annoying. But you know, like I said, it's home, and I'd rather have a home full of aggravating qualities than no home at all, you know? So we'll just leave it there. But yeah, I try to keep it kind of cozy. You know, I try. I try to keep plants alive too, but there's not a lot of natural light, so they don't always make it, but I do try. I don't know, Pip. But yeah, yeah, not much else on the agenda for me today. I just made a cheddar cheese and mushroom wrap. Delicious. There you go. We're good for today. She's going to see a Pink Floyd tribute act, which apparently very good, and finish here and start their North American tour. Who are they? Well, if she ever has an opportunity to see a band called Floyd Pink, tell her that they're really, really, really good and that she might truly enjoy them. I did. And the saxophone guy, I was like, whoa, like, oh, what a cool instrument. So I went up to him and I was like, you play a really mean sax. He was like, oh, thanks. I don't know what he was expecting me to say, but I was like, you can never have enough sax. I walked away. I think I said something stupid like that. And of course, because that's what I do best. I let shit out of my mouth. You know, in my head it sounds funny, but it gets out of my mouth so fast that my head doesn't have a chance to, like, chop it off. That a girl. Get comfortable. Go ahead. We heard you talking in your sleep earlier. She's like, don't pick on me. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I feel like I have to, like, barricade shit all of a sudden. It's the weirdest feeling. Like, I don't know. Do you ever just have those feelings? Like normally I'd still be outside. I'm usually outside 24/7 if I can be. But there was a piece of me. Oh, and I had a snake come at me today, which was really fun. I'm surrounded by snakes. Is he as good as Bleeding Gums Murphy in The Simpsons, though? I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Simpsons. I'm not a big fan of adult cartoons. Like, there's a few of them. South Park. I don't watch that one. Like, I'm really not. I know it sounds weird, but, like, I don't like to watch shit that's nonstop disrespect. And I find those things are just nonstop cutting down, cuts. And honestly, cartoons in my eyes need to look like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Woody Woodpecker, Tom and Jerry. Like, those are the cartoons that if it goes across the screen will catch my attention. I can't get into today's cartoons at all, like adult cartoons. Or what the little girl I hung out with, she used to put on Adventureland, and that's made for kids, but is not made for kids. It's not made for kids. If you watch that, you're going to be like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, what were they on when they were creating this cartoon? It is a very trippy cartoon. And I used to kind of laugh at it, and I'd look at her, I'm like, you like this? And she'd be like, she really never really could tell. She was like, I think so. And I'm like, no, you don't. I don't like it. Why are we watching it? Like, it made us both uncomfortable for different reasons. But some of it made me laugh. I mean, I've probably the only cartoon that I've watched, and that's not even really, I guess it is a cartoon, but weird, very weird. Like, just very weird. But, are you familiar with either of those? Probably not. I wouldn't think you have time with all your cribbage to watch cartoons. Yep. One of these days, I'm going to invite you to an arm wrestling contest, and you're going to let me win. Just in case you want to know how it's going to end. Yeah, and I'm going to parade around, and you're going to be like, I let her win. Shh, don't tell anybody. This is what happens. So, you said something about moderating the other day, and since there's like a lot of light, and I'm wondering if I could address that today, because I found There's a little thing that says community moderation. This is participants, moderation activity, timestamps, reactions. I don't know what a pop-out chat is, but that's an option here. I don't know what that is. And the only thing that's... What do timestamps do? Oh, they put timestamps on all the messages. Interesting. And now I know how long it takes. You have to hit setup. Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? I just got a message on the top of my phone. Not in the chat. Did you send that? Who sent that? Where'd it come from? And it disappeared as quickly as it was there. What the hell was that? You have to hit setup. Well, where is setup? We tried to find it. Like I said, I've tried to problem solve this before. I think whoever the other channel is in charge of the setup. This was my point. Yeah, who was that? Right, weird. It's a phone number, but I don't know who it is. What the? Is there somebody in this chat who has my phone number? I haven't given this phone number out to anyone. So yeah, I don't have, what's that? I don't like that. Get off. Whatever I just did, I don't like it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Take that off. I don't mind the timestamps. It's just more shit to read. But, there is no place where it says setup, even though that person just came out of nowhere and said setup. Nope. No, because there's no name attached to it. I already made a bunch of phone calls to people today to try to figure out what the fuck. I don't want to do that right now, at least not while I'm on here. I'm assuming it's a friend, but I don't know how they have the number. It didn't come up. Oh, super weird. It didn't come up over here, though. I don't know who it is. I'll give you the number. You call them and ask them who they are. Yeah, I mean, unless there's only one person it could be. But there would be a name there. You have to hit setup, it says, but I don't have it. I don't have a setup. There's no option for setup. Where do you find that? But there isn't. There isn't on here and there isn't on there. What's that say? Nope. Nope. I don't have the option for setup. Whoever is running channel number 2 has that. Hi there, trying to help. Hey. Maybe you can help. Do you know where the setup button is? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, Pip. Oh, shit's weird shit's constant. Unless, was that you? Oh, it wasn't you. Said it wasn't you. I don't know. I don't know what to do. See what I said? Like I said, me and that other guy from the Giz channel that I follow. He tried to help me do this, and we couldn't figure it out. And I will ring that number when I'm not on here. Oh, maybe I could do it with this one. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh, let's play. No, I have to do it this way. Hold on. Oh, wait. Let me just make sure it's not that person. Nope. It was a pleasure following you on this live show. I mean, it's really, I had nothing planned for today. If you like oldies music and stuff like that, look for me either tomorrow or the next day. Hope my future shines like a star. Oh, I hope everyone's does. Greetings from Valencia. Search on Google. Oh, hugs to you too, Michael. Thanks for helping me figure out how to say your name properly. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Freaking awesome. People, see, there's a lot of good people out there still. You can't let a bunch of assholes ruin it for you. This planet has too many people on it. You got that right. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm trying to, let me get the number. All right, I have to disappear for a quick second. I want to put it in my, come on, come on. Nope, not that part. How come none of this ever makes any sense when I go to do it? 845. And then all the dogs get up. That's bizarre. I'm searching it. And no. All right, so let's try it this way. I'm trying to figure it out. 333. Oh, it is. Okay, so hey. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, how come it's not? Okay. I think somebody might have just goofed. Did my Thor comment come up on your feed? Do they know you've got Thor in your corner now? I didn't see that. You got pushed up above. Do I? You're a little far away to swing a hammer and make a difference, but. Okay. Oh. Okay, hold on here. 5-3. Interesting. I don't know if I can take a photo. Let me see if I can take a photo. Is it gonna let me? All right, look. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I'm a teddy bear, really, who occasionally turns polar. Well, I can put on the air conditioner and I can get it nice and cold here. If you need that. I'm super confused right now about, I don't understand. Is this the same number? Hold on. Okay, so the person connected to that number in a different phone contact said it wasn't them, but it's the same number. So now they're being fucked with. Do you see what I mean? So now there's two people using a phone number that's only supposed to be one person's. Oh, great. Here comes our friend Fluff. Pip, I'll let you handle that. Oh, it must be you. I'm going to make you disappear as fast as you appeared, Fluff, if you start with the baloney today. We already had mushroom cheddar wrap. We don't need any bologna. Then I'm saving that for a picnic. You are? Do you have trouble making up your mind? Last time you weren't very peaceful. But you were, but you weren't. Ooh. Like a jigsaw puzzle? I like jigsaw puzzles. I like the kind that takes you like numerous days of dedication to complete. I don't even care what the final image is. It's just putting in that last piece. No threatening, though. No threats on, no threatening. But I see where you were going with that. Well, now somebody else is getting a little taste of how... Oh, no. Nobody's starting with you, Fluff. How are you today? What's going on? I literally just confused the heck out of somebody, but it wasn't my fault. See what happens? You said follow up on that number. Well, I had that number. It belongs to somebody, but they said it wasn't them, and it's not in a different chat on a different phone. So I'm going to guess it's not them, but they're using their number. So yeah, everything I own is hacked. It is what it is. You think the hacker would just be like, hey, you want to go out? Let's go for dinner. And then I can hack you across the table and make it much easier and stop fucking with other people. It's not cool. Interesting timing of coincidence. No such thing as a coincidence. That's my point. That's why I said, is it you? Not you, but you. It could be you. This chat is down here, like down here. You know. How do people reach you if you're hacked? Well, basically, the main person who reaches me is the hacker. And they also pretend to be almost everybody in my contacts. It gets a little ridiculous after a while. But I think I know, sorry. I think I know who one of the people could be. I like when they try to be people that they don't know anything about. And I'll be like, listen, what are you doing standing straight up? I'll be like, you, of all people, should know the answer to this question. And they don't. And then I'm like, so you're definitely not the person you're pretending to be. And then I challenged somebody the other day, and they were like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I was like, oh my God, you're pretending? Like, it just gets crazy. Hackers are like, they're good at just fucking up your world. You know what I mean? And everybody else you're connected to. There's no way I could be a hacker. It'd be exhausting. And not for the right reasons. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like how you feel after you work really hard during the day, or you're up all night with a crying baby. It's not that kind of like, it's more like, I would not like myself if I was hacking somebody. All the dominoes topple with the first flick. Oh no, there's going to be all sorts of flicking going on. I want that shit all happening all at once. You know, like when the wave comes up from the ocean and takes out everybody's sandcastles and all it was supposed to do was fill the moat? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Yep. See, nobody believes me until it starts to trickle over onto them. Oh no, it's okay, Fluffy. We're talking about I'm actively being what's the word, Pip? This one freaking hair that's straight up, it's driving me nuts. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think that this young lady's boss has something to do with it. I have to fix this. Anyway, Yeah, so like, Pip, you've experienced it, right? You've experienced it when things shut down right in the middle of a really important conversation. And then, like, there's just, I'm waiting to see what she does with it because she's not going to like this. She's not going to like it. She's not going to like that her number is somewhere else being used by somebody else. It's just not going to go over well. Digitally attacked, yes. No, Fluffy, you're never too late because there's never a dull moment around here. Even though sometimes it's very boring, there's just never a dull moment, if that makes any sense. I can't wait till my life is so boring again. I can't wait to, like, I don't know, make an attempt to go to bed and actually feel like I can close my both eyes and attempt to sleep. Could you imagine? Yeah. I think I need a polar bear on duty. Anybody know where I can find a polar bear? Apparently they're more ferocious than a brown bear. Although, I think a Kodiak bear would be pretty freaking tough too. But yeah. You know. Oh yeah, we're digitally hacked, all right. There it is. I have to get it. I don't know if you can see it in the sunlight, but I've got like this broken one that's just driving me nuts. I can't get it. Oh man, no. All right, sometimes it lays down and sometimes it stands straight up. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Can't you get a device that is protected and nobody knows about so you can have privacy? Been there, done that, tried that. Several times. Even cameras. Nope. Listen, my ring system that I no longer have any connection to, don't even have the app in my phone, comes on and does whatever the fuck it wants when it wants. So I have a freaking sock over that camera because I swear to God, like there's so much going on that shouldn't be going on. I can feel it. Like every once in a while I can just feel it. So what do? I tap dance. You want to watch me? Let me give you something to watch because that's where I'm at right now. That's why this isn't scaring me at all. You know, it's not. But it is frustrating when it rolls over to other people and it upsets other people. You know, that's not okay. You know, maybe it's going to take rolling over somebody else for shit to, you know, be addressed. Because at this point, nobody's sticking up for me here. And so, you know. Oh, no, you didn't listen to my advice not to give out your number and not. No, honey, do you really think I would give out that number? I didn't give out my real number. Not a number that somebody can't have. I'm not stupid. So, Fluffy, no. I absolutely heard your advice, and I took your advice, and I acknowledged your advice for what it was in a positive way. Seriously. They have deep comfort fur, though. Ball, what? Oh, are you tap dancing? Singing in the rain. Can you use a public device like a library? Well, considering the local library is probably in on it due to the people who used to work at it. Yeah, I already thought about going there to do a couple things. I have printed some stuff out there, but yeah, I've tried to do lots of stuff. I've even used other people's devices, you know, and driven 2 towns over, and I still can't download anything off of a chip from a phone because it'll show that it's downloading, and then all of a sudden it goes, nope. So you have to understand, I'm in a bigger system than people realize. Like, this is a bigger system. It's a deeper system. It's bigger than your average household system. And because everybody's included, my number, whatever radio IP address, whatever it is that comes off of me is clearly flagged, clearly marked, and clearly being attacked from every possible, what did you call it earlier, Pip? Whatever he said. For all I know, it could be a satellite that's just, and the amount of helicopters and planes that, like, do weird shit over my house. I wave at all the helicopters. I can pretty much see the pilot. They're so low. It's like, hey, how's it going? It's like, I don't know. It's just me hanging out in my yard, throwing the ball for the dog. Like, what are you going to do? There's nothing going on here that isn't supposed to be going on here. At least not with my participation. It is fluffy. It's a little scary, but the number that I gave out the other day isn't an active. It's not a number that I have to be concerned about. Oh, no kidding. Well, you do realize that there's a few people, I've come across them on YouTube who have channels, and all it is CCTV, whatever that is, CCTV or whatever. I'm not saying it right. But it's your basic, like, Ring camera footage from somewhere else. And the guy's on there picking on people, like, coming up with dialogues and, like, storylines. And I'm like, that is so shitty. Like, they don't have enough going on in their own life that they have to sit and, like, it's voyeurism. It's like a sick form of voyeurism. And people get on that fucking thing and they watch it. And the guy gets likes and he has, like, positive comments. So, you know what? It's a sickness. Invading people's privacy is a sickness. I think it's, you know, something's missing in that person's life that they feel they have to invade someone else's. You know, go knock on the door and say hello. Like, if you want to know somebody, don't be sneaky. Introduce yourself. If it's a match, great. You meet a friend. If not, move the fuck on and leave them alone. But, like, yeah, so there's channels out there that are just all... Search it on YouTube. I watched a whole bunch of interesting things about it. And apparently there are countries where it's like 100% legal, you know, and I can understand why authorities might need to use it in order to solve crimes. I mean, you see snippets of it on the news all the time of, like, seeing somebody leave a particular place where they can show you, like, what they look like so you know to keep an eye out for them. But this is, like, people's homes, inside their homes. Anybody who has, like, cameras in their home, somebody somewhere's watching you, you know, and it only takes is one freaky person who's, like, fixing something in your house. You leave them alone for 2 seconds. Cameras are this freaking big now. All they have to do is stick it in something, on something, or next to something, and they're watching everything that you do. Like right now, if somebody's watching me, hello, everybody say hello. I mean, it just is what it is. And I feel like it's been going on for a while, you know. Oh, now she's snarling in her sleep. That's really funny. She's like, wow, get him, Nellie. Get him. Get him. I'm on her side right now. Get him. But really, I mean, I don't know what people, I don't think, realize what is happening with this planet. You think you have privacy and you think you have control of the cameras in your house. You don't. You don't. Everything is connected to a bigger something. Everything is interconnected, and they let you think that you're safe. They let you put on privacy this and privacy that. Who's controlling those privacy nodules, though? You know what I'm saying? And it is scary. Look it up. Just look it up. Look up invasive camera footage. Put a search in like that, either on YouTube or wherever else, and do it now and see what you come up with. And you're going to be amazed. I watched one about this guy. I don't know if it was a hobby of his or whatnot. But he was, like, critiquing certain things that he was watching all around the world. He was, like, comparing it. Like, I get the purpose for it for safety. Absolutely. I get, you know, if someplace gets robbed and the police come in and say, I need the footage. Okay, great. But then you get people who go, oh, wait, you know, it doesn't have any volume. What do you mean it doesn't have any volume? Oh, we didn't save it because there wasn't an incident. There damn well sure was an incident. Why didn't you save it? Oh, we didn't think it was worth saving. You know what? Baloney. They have it. It's not going anywhere. Especially if it's connected to an IP address, if it's connected to any kind of Wi-Fi or a broader, you know, whatever that, where everything goes. Like, I don't know the actual terminology for it, but I get how it works. You know, just because I don't have the lingo doesn't mean I don't get it. You know, I put everything in layman's terms because I'm used to talking to kids. So I'd rather not confuse anybody. Although I do know some fancy stuff, I just don't go there. It's just unnecessary. But anyway, yeah, Fluffy, look into it and tell me what you find out. Yeah, maybe that's why you came into my room today, so I could educate you. You know? And as far as Pip, I like him. So I'm going to keep communicating with him whether he's a bad guy or not, because I'm enjoying his company. But I do appreciate you looking out for me, Fluff. Although I think Pip's an okay guy. I think he's a little rough around the edges, a little tough guy, but I like him. So I don't think anything you say will steer me away from chatting with him until I find out myself that he's not somebody I should be chatting with. Oh no, look, my chat has been disconnected. Would you look at that? That's really funny. I have used snail mail for a lot of communications, and I've been very successful there, but there are some that you just can't do snail mail for. And so my chat just got interrupted. I don't know if any of you caught any of that. They're introducing face recognition at some of the football stadiums over here. It's keeping a lot of my ex-associates away. Here's the deal. Don't do it. Don't do the face. Don't do it. Because then they're just going to use your facial recognition in AI, and then they can put you somewhere you're not, and you're going to get accused of a crime, and they're going to say, but that's you on the footage. And then they'll go, well, let's do like a fingerprint with your face. And then you're screwed. Because all that personal information becomes other people's information to misuse, if that makes any sense. I'm not kidding, Pip. I'm not surprised, because then as people come through, their face goes through, and then there's a back room with somebody looking at a screen. Yep, they got a warrant. They got a warrant. All right, we'll let them watch halfway of the game, and then we'll ask them to come with us. Like, that's what's going to happen. So I can imagine why your ex-associates are going to avoid the facial recognition. It's scary as all hell. Like, they want us to be one big person. Do you understand that they can manipulate? Don't do the facial recognition. Don't do it. It doesn't make you safer. It actually makes it worse. You know? It's bad enough they ask you for like 4 forms of ID when you're just trying to get paid or a paycheck. Like, why do you need all these forms of ID? Like, I've been through that, and I'm like, why do you need all that? You don't. You really don't. I'm good, but some of these fellas are hardened criminals who are wanted. Thank you. That's what I meant by, like, warrants and stuff. Yes, exactly, trying to help. I would rather stick to something I have a hard time trying to remember. That you can change often. You can't change your face, and once you put that in their system, you're screwed. You can constantly change letters, numbers, even if their program is able to figure it out over a certain period of time. But if they reproduce your face, you're fucked. I mean, not that they can't get it off of any of this kind of stuff, but at the same time, no. I mean, it's bad enough I've had my fingerprints scanned, you know, for different things. Some workplaces use fingerprint, yep, as timesheets. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I don't think I like that either. Again, well, the records show that you were here when all this shit was stolen. How are you gonna undo that? You're not. You are not gonna argue with their security system if your thumb, maybe not yours, but your thumbprint was there. See, yeah, I don't like that either. That's a bit scary. It's bad enough I had my work ID stolen right out of my freaking car. And they didn't even steal the whole necklace. They ripped it out of the little thing. I was like, duh. So the next time it disappeared, they took the whole thing. I was like, come on. Come on. Like, I don't understand. I would have never ripped out the ID out of the, I would have taken the whole thing. So I would have thought I lost it. But the fact that they spent the time opening it up and ripping it out and taking out the photo card that my employer made, hello, that just screams bad news. So I'm sure they've used that. Like, oh, she dropped it on her way out. Bullshit. It's not the same as photocopying my arse at the Christmas party. Oh my God, how many times have you done that? I don't want to know, but I bet you have. I've played on copy machines before. They're funny. Pip, you are the party. From what I gather, you are the party. We're going to the Pip's house for the party this Christmas. All right? I'm going to show up at your house. With extra ink cartridge. But yeah, I mean, that whole topic, that whole, what they're doing with identities in general is very scary. So I am pretty sure what is going on with my identity is also going to be mind-blowing. But I think there's more than one entity, like I said, that has taken that information and done things with it that are illegal or completely unethical. You know, like a certain someone kept egging me on. Oh, you know how they have those, like, I don't even like using those things on a phone where you can, like, put things on your face, you know, extra stuff, or even those beauty ones that make you look like you have a perfect complexion. I don't use any of that shit. I don't like it. But I have a friend who uses it a lot, and she's taken a couple photos of us and done that, you know, with it. Put on, what is it, a filter? And I'm like, you know, like, I get annoyed. I don't even like that stuff. I mean, like, I just like real stuff. I just like, you know, be you, be who you really are. But yeah, this stuff is so frightening. It really is. I mean, I think they're starting to do that shit to go into grocery stores in certain parts of the world now. Like, you have to have, like, forms of ID or have a code or a number that represents you in the community when you're going to go grocery shopping. Like, why do they need to control all of that? It's data, right? Oh, Death whatever came in here for a second and disengaged in 2 seconds. So I have to wonder who he is, really. Pip, you know that fella from the other night. He came and he left. And I'm still waiting to get a response as to what that person is probably shaking their head right now. They're probably really pissed off. Oh, I'm confused. That is... I'm annoying someone. Right now, as we speak, I'm annoying someone because I'm not following the script. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Okay, guys, I need to feed all my tarantulas. It's funny to see you again. Oh, Sure is, Fluffy. Hey. Hey, Pip. Something's not right with that particular fluffy person. I'm just going to tell you right now. Something right there. I think that would be somebody to look into. Too bad you don't know who you're talking to on the computer, but that is somebody that I hid that person from my chat. Why is she able to come back in? I think she's connected to the other channel that has control. I don't know. I would think once you ixnay somebody, they can't come back in. But they keep coming back in. Anybody that I ixnay comes back in. Oh, sure. I didn't want to add to it while they were still in the room. Like, I just didn't want to engage in any kind of, you know. But I absolutely don't believe they came in peace. I don't like them. My gut tells me no. Absolutely not. And when she said, when I read tarantulas, and I don't know why I keep thinking it's a she, not just because of the name, but it's a she. I feel like they got a lot of critters. I think they got a lot of creatures they shouldn't have. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like she doesn't just have tarantulas. I think she has animals she's not supposed to have. Like, I told you. I get animals. I get them. I think she's got a lot of tanks. Although I do like tarantulas. I just, like, seriously, like, I'm, like, overheating, like, all of a sudden, like, really overheating. So, which tells me They don't get to have conversation when they come back in. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm not gonna entertain it at all. I'm just gonna boot them again because I don't like it. I don't like the feeling I get. And I had to sit on it for a minute just to see what my body was gonna do. Does that make any sense? Mr. Pip? Hey, Clyde. I thought about that. I think that would be fantastic. I'm new to YouTube chat. So am I. So when you leave a chat, your comments leave too. No. If you hit the 3 little dots to the right, like pick somebody, okay, and there's 3 little dots, you can report, remove, put somebody in a timeout, hide user on this channel. I just put hide user on this channel. That's what I chose to do today. But they still come back. Doesn't matter who I hide. They still come back. You know, and then I can like open something that shows me all of the chats that I have with one particular person. Channel activity, that's kind of cool. Like if you want to catch up and, you know, like Pip, if I ever just want to go back and read the story of our conversations, I could do that. I haven't done that yet. That'll be in the book. But yeah, and the fact that the person whose number that was, like, it's all connected, you know, and I think they're using somebody right now to hide who they really are. I'm just going to tell you right now. I saw them. I know who they are. Like, I know people who are a part of it. I can sense things that other people don't sense. And when I went into a particular place, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Nor how the person in charge handled something. I was just like, I stayed gracious and I just went with the flow, but it didn't make any sense to me at all. None of it. You know, and I haven't returned, even though I should, but I haven't. I don't know. If my body tells me never to go back into some place that I graciously entered, spent some time and walked out like I was on ice skates, I don't go back. But yeah, I'm high trying to help. If you have your own channel, open up a chat and then just experiment with people who come in. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Just experiment. Try every single one of the things. That's what I do. I figure stuff out the hard way. You know, but I figure it out nonetheless. That's how I know I don't have control over I don't have control. Because when I read what it's supposed to be able to do, but then the options don't exist for me, I mean, it makes it pretty damn obvious. You know, it's just obvious that I do not have full control over my channel. I don't need somebody who's well-versed in YouTube to tell me otherwise. I can figure that out easily. I've been home since March. You don't think I didn't have time to figure this shit out? You know, I've used my time wisely. I've tried. I mean, it's at least gotten me to the point that I understand the level of hacking that's going on here. But it's not normal hacking. I'm just going to tell you right now. It is so deliberate. It's deliberate. Yeah, Pip. Why don't you get your polar bear ass over the pond? Don't wait for it to freeze over, because it's never going to happen. The ocean never freezes. Well, it does a little bit up north and down south, but make your way over. Bring your hammers. Bring your entire, the whole, throw all your tools into one big bag. Bring them on over. Oh, God. Just as bad. All right, well, I guess you can't help me then. You have to stay where you are. I tried. You have a lot of exes. I never refer to my exes in conversations. I never like say, oh, my ex this, my ex that. I don't do that. You do that a lot. You have a lot of exes. You have a lot of strong connections to your exes. I want to work on that. Blueberry keeps getting in the way. To blow it out of the straw. That's a good blueberry. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course. Story of my life. It's all good, man. I could have told you that. So predictable. It's just so predictable. It doesn't matter how good something sounds. It never is anywhere near as good as it sounds. It's just the reality of it all. That's what commercials are. Nothing you get somewhere to eat looks like the commercial. Like, big wake-up call. And like I said, that one person, I'm going to quote them, Doc. I think it was Doc. No, now I'm forgetting. Is that it? But it might have been. Yeah, no, I think it was her. If there's a commercial for it, don't eat it. I thought that was some of the best advice I'd heard in a really long time. Yeah, okay, but you said they're staying for 6 months. I could be dead by then. And I would like to think this entire thing will already be resolved by then. So, you know, it's okay. Thanks for the thought, though. I have to find me a different polar bear and one a little closer then. And that's all right. That's all right. There's always a man for the job. That's how it's said, right? I'll find him. Remember the old yellow pages? I'll just start looking under P for polar bear. It's okay. I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. Just a little bit, but not really. But of course, you have to make an appointment with a hero. You have to make an appointment with everyone these days, and you always have to wait at least 6 months for a doctor's appointment. So what's the difference between a life-saving doctor's appointment and a hero? Really not too much. You know, so you just... Hope you don't die before then. That's how I look at it. You could bring the fury, but I don't know if we're going to need it. I don't know if it's going to... Like I said, it's all good. I don't know what's going to happen. But even somebody who wants to support and help can't. Do you see the timing in that one, too? That's why I call it wishful thinking. It's like, what? What's that face for? That was really funny. What's the matter? Come over here. Come over here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Don't step on that. Ow. Can you come over here? Over here. Nope. This way. Oh my God. The only path is stepping on stuff. Look at what you're doing. Come over here. Thank you. She's my wrecking ball. Nope. Nope. Why have to do that? I'm okay. I'm not upset. I told you. If I get unnerved, Nellie knows. And so right now, she's offering me a bone. I don't want her bone, but I know why she came over here. And then here comes Dopey-Do. Oh, it's okay. Everything's fine. Yep. Everything's fine. You're fine. Thank you. I know. You mean well. He's white. You mean well. I know. Oh my gosh. Everything's fine. We're good. We're good. Thanks. Yep, you're good. You're off duty. Go chill out. Ew. See, though? She knows. She knows. You can't hide shit. It's impossible. Oh, here we go. What? All right, well, when you're done with whatever it is that you're doing, that's when you should probably check in. You know what I mean? Can't offer stuff in the moment that you can't provide in the moment. That's false advertisement. Where'd it go? Here. Did you want that back? You did not. Okay. What? You too? You too with the attitude? What? Oh my God. Yeah. You can't control me. Damn straight. You tell him, SAS Canine. Interesting name, by the way. Just gonna tell you, really interesting name. Not sure I like your name very much, but interesting. Yes. Yes to what? And that Pip, I don't know if you sent a second message after the one where you said my word is my bond, but it got blocked. I think things backfire when you try to control somebody. That's when everything goes haywire. Okay? So what you need to do is respect somebody. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nope. It's not. What were you saying yes to? Trying to help? Pip. Did you hear what I said, though? I was kind of hoping you'd respond to me instead of the next person who popped in. But you didn't hear what I said, did you? Maybe you didn't. Are you talking about the... I knew what that... I know what you meant by that. Oh, well, no. I mean, you shouldn't want to, but you know what? That's how people feel powerful. You know, if I can control any aspect of your being, whether it be the physical that you are in your environment, or your physical body, or your mental capacity, or what else could you possibly control? I don't know, but while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and control the weather, too. I mean, come on now. It's all about power, and I don't do that power thing. I don't care to power somebody. But if I can hit delete and make you go away in my chat room, I will, because no one gets on here to be harassed. No one. And honestly, Pip, don't tell me you want to come and help if you can't. I just don't do well with those kinds of things. It makes me, like, not, like, trust me, I got enough of that close by. I got enough of that. I could count 15 people off my two hands. Yeah. Who say one thing and do another. This is why I don't rely on other people. This is why I've become self-reliant. This is why I'm independent. Because I don't want to invite people to let me down. That's a bad move. Another reason why I like working with kids. It's my job not to let them down. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to go about it that way. But yeah, of course, you know. But you can't be a hero after the shit goes down. Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't, like, oh, past tense. He heroed me. Like, what is that? I don't think that counts. Yeah. I know, hi, trying to help. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like Pip, there's a small piece of me that doesn't think our young friend Liz is actually a young friend at all. I've paid attention to her dialogue and other little things that she's sent me on shorts, and it's not much of it adds up. I said I have resources available to help you, but never said I was jumping on a plane. Oh my God, I would not want you to do that. But no, you can't send a big biker group after people either. Like, that's, you know. Don't get all defensive just because I'm calling you out. Wouldn't you rather have our first fight this way than in person? What, you think Bonnie and Clyde got along great every day? I can guarantee you they butted heads from time to time. Look at them. Look at the toughies that they were. So yeah. Consider it a food fight. I just flung a pea across the table at you. You could pick it up and throw it back, or you could pick it up and eat it. Might depend on how much you like peas or how much you want to win or lose. It's your call. It's just a little American. It's a little American banter. Nope. Nope. I'd really like the people who are supposed to do their job figuring all this out and getting to the bottom of it. I'd like to see them be successful at what they're doing. The people who get paid to figure this stuff out and to protect people. I do know that there are good people out there. I do know that there's a lot of people that I can't trust anymore. But I do know that there are some good ones, and I'm hoping they're on the case. You know, like I do know that there's got to be a handful of them who are like, damn, I feel bad for what this person's going through. Let's make sure we do the job. You know what I mean? Like what I really want to do is have like a huge pig roast or something for whoever these people are who helped me solve this, what's going on, and help this all come to an end. I'm gonna have a big pig roast for you. Like, I'm gonna celebrate you. Because it'll feel like a celebration when all this is over. I don't care if it's bad for me. I don't care if I have to start with absolutely nothing again. It's fine. As long as it's over. Because it's just too much. And it's gone on too long. So, yeah, like, I love your thought to help. But if you can't, you can't. So you shouldn't say you can. The thing is, I can't afford to be let down by one more person. There's no room in there for that. There's zero room. It will be a long time before I let somebody fully in, ever. I think it may never happen. At the rate I am learning about trust in people, it's alarming to me. It'll be a very long time. Okay. You have to understand, these are just words. They're just words. And right now, so much of what I thought was the truth on paper and anywhere else has been modified. And so words even right now are just... I'm not hanging on to anything that anybody's saying to me right now. I'll soak up the positive because I appreciate it for what it is, the positive, but I'm not holding on to any of it. I can't. I can't. Because I don't know if where it is tied at the top or the people at the top aren't going to untie it and just let me fall. And, you know. What heart? Really? There's no room for heart work in what I'm going through right now. If I were to bring my heart into what I'm dealing with right now, I would probably kill myself. You have to just keep your heart out of it. Like, that's the whole point. I don't know. I know it's still beating, like I feel it, and I know that I have been given things to make my heart do weird shit. I'm pretty sure they've tried to have me have a heart attack. EKG! EKG! Oh my God. That was the most ridiculous experience I ever heard. Yeah, you think I signed a fucking waiver? You ain't touching me. Like, come on. I would have went for that procedure, and I wouldn't have come out of it. I'd either be in a coma, or I would have been dead. I know for damn well sure. I didn't let any of those people touch me. Except the one guy who said, "Who did you piss off? Who did you piss off?" And I said, "Do you even work here?" He's like, "Ah, sometimes." And I'm like, "Why'd you ask me that?" He's like, "Because you don't belong here." I said, No, I fucking don't. Okay, so that's the bottom of that. So if I can get in and out of that situation, I can't. Like, Pip, as much as I adore our company on here, I can't trust you. Like, do you really think this is like a trust thing? I can't do that. I can't do that. You could be fluffy for all I know. You could be the same person. But I adore your company. I just can't accept help from everybody and anybody who can't help me. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But I love the sentiment. I really do. I'd like to think it's genuine, but sure, when everything's over and done with, how much of me do you think is going to want to be on a computer? I want to be as far away from tech as possible if I can get through all this. You know what I mean? Like, I probably will know 3 people in my life after this. I will probably pick 3 people to know me. But yeah, my heart is never, it is and will never be black. That's not who I am. And if you haven't figured out who I am, yeah, black, not the color. Nothing about me is black. I can step in and out of the shadows with ease, but nothing about me is black. How do you think I always get out? I got my own light. I always find my way out. I learn things while I'm there. I learn a lot about people and about circumstances and about philosophies and what makes certain people tick, right? But there isn't one part of me that holds on to that darkness. I always walk out because I have my own light. I have my own Tinkerbell in a little container, okay? And I can see my way out. Well, I imagine that you wouldn't argue with me about that. Because you can't. You cannot validate who you are. Like, nobody can really validate who they are in this situation. I mean, you guys are hearing me talk and you're hearing me speak, but for all you know, I could be AI. Somebody could have, like, thought me up. Some girl is constantly trying to make her hair sit down flat on her head while she talks to people from around the world. You know, maybe tomorrow my wall behind me is going to be fuchsia. You don't know. You don't know if I'm real either. You look like someone's nice mom. That would totally be what they put into the AI program. Thank you, Flair. Yeah. See? And you didn't say grandma. Thank you. Thank you very much. AI looks so fake when you see it. No, I'm not. I was just using that as like an example, but I am not. AI wouldn't get the dimples right. Do you think you're smooth, Pip? Like, you do. You are a player. You are a player from the Himalaya. I don't know if somebody said that once. I thought it was funny. Not really my lingo. But yeah. Player! Thank you, Flair. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you don't pick your genetics. And they can absolutely get dimples correct in an AI. I've seen some weird shit. I hate that they're doing it to creatures, though. Because you got kids who are forming their idea of this world looking at AI. And the shit that I'm seeing them do with it with regards to, like, animals interacting with people. And it's just so outlandish. I mean, come on. And then you got people in the comments going, oh, it's really fucking cool. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're turning reality into a spoof. It's gross. I think it's gross. I'm no longer a player. Those days are long gone. Well, okay. Okie dokie. Oh, you agree, right? It's alarming what they're doing with it. And, you know, the formative years are so important. Like in our classroom, we didn't use any type of cartoon, anything. It had to be a photograph. They were real people. I mean, we were really, really careful about the books that we read. They had to be realism. It was all realism. Because, you know, we didn't really want to substitute something that they should be learning about. I said that once before on a short. I'm not a big fan of the substitutes. Like, if you really want to learn about butterflies, then bring a real fucking butterfly into the classroom. You know, and yeah, they do it now, but those butterflies that come in the cup, that never leave the cup, they're not like normal butterflies. They don't even survive if you fuck with the cup. Do you know how resilient butterflies actually are? So, like, they've even made mainstream nature knowledge not natural. I don't know. Yeah, the things that I'm experiencing and the comparisons to, like, the concrete world that I grew up in, I don't know. It's why I don't really get all this stuff. It's not that I don't appreciate somebody being creative. It's just, I don't want to get all this stuff. I don't want it. You know, I don't want it. People are not going to know how to use their brains because all they have to do is, do you understand, like, you said that, and the first thing that came to mind, I'm deathly afraid of chopping somebody's finger off with a car window. Because all our years growing up, every window was a crank. Oh. Ooh. Well, I can't compete with any of those things anyway, now or later. So keep that in mind. I also won't compete. I'm not a competitive person. You know? I'm just not. I'm not big on fighting for things that don't make sense. But in all seriousness, like, you're absolutely right, Hi, trying to help. You really are. And, you know, my Aunt Tessie had a Pinto, and the best part of getting in that car was the handle had broken off, and I don't know if they couldn't get it back on. So somebody rigged up a screwdriver. So in order to, like, get the passenger side window either up or down, you had to... It was the funniest fucking thing. And we all took turns doing it because we just thought it was absolutely hilarious. And it was, like, a funky green-colored Pinto. I don't know if you know what that car is, but... It was really funny. It sounds like you have a really full life, though, Pip. It sounds like you're busy. It sounds like you're fulfilled and somewhat content. I wouldn't want to mess that up for anybody. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, so when you press that little button, you know, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the dogs anywhere near the windows when I'm messing with the buttons because I'm so afraid, like, what if it malfunctions and I clip off their freaking ear? Like, I don't want that to happen. You know, and minivan doors that open and close by themselves. Nope. I would rather have to get out, make sure everybody's feet and hands are in, and then you click a button and then you look forward. You have no idea what activity is happening behind you. Like, that shit just makes me nervous. And Pip, please don't take insult to what I'm saying. I have to just be extremely rational. And I can get caught up in the moment with you because you're incredibly charming, but you have to understand. I got some mad-ass boundaries right now. Like, thank you. Thank you to all these assholes who have fucked up with my, fucked my world up. In a normal reality, you know, we'd actually probably be able to talk to each other. But that ain't happening. So who knows? I don't know where I'll be. I don't know what my connection will be to this kind of, you know, chat-ish type, like even YouTube channel. Even if I maintain it, if I get rid of my YouTube channel, we'll never know each other. Do you understand? Like, there are so many components to things that exist right now, especially when you use technology. You know, if I decide I don't want this world anymore, hey man, I got rid of my Facebook. I don't miss it. There was so many people fucking with me on there. Bye. You know what? You want to make 6 profiles for me? You want to block what I'm fine, go ahead. You want to steal all my friends and, you know, take all their information and then misuse it and turn it into something that's false? Go right ahead. Do you want to be a whole bunch of my family members with all fake profiles in there? I mean, it was astounding what I was coming across. It was astounding. And to the point where it was such a turnoff. You know, that used to be the place where you, like, kept in contact with people that you missed. Faces that you missed. Get it? Like Facebook. A book, a collection of people's faces that you miss. And the whole point of that was supposed to bring you back together and help you reconnect with familiar faces that you miss. What has it turned into? One big advertising bitching area. Like, nobody uses it for its purpose anymore. So, what the fuck? Bye, Facebook. I mean, yes, of course, what will be will be. But, like, if I decide never to do a live again, Pip, I will never have a conversation with you again. You know, so... oh, keep this flame alive. Like, how are we going to do that? I don't think we can do that. I don't see it happening. But you're an absolute, like, you're great. But I can't really say much more than that. You know? The unknown happens to have more power right now than the known. You know? And I'm not going to try to control any of this shit because that would be a backwards move for anybody's mental state, if you want to talk. Yeah, so you do understand that. What do you mean, wow? I'm brutally honest. And it might have taken me 3 days to gather up the courage to just be very blunt with you. But after what I'm seeing with, like, phone numbers and shit, it's just... yeah, you say that, but the first thing you said was, I got company, so ain't happening. So, like, why bother say it? Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's my point. Don't be one of those people. Mean what you say what you mean, and if you don't mean it, don't say it. You don't know, like, to me, that's just... what happened to your Facebook account that you described? Oh, please. Somebody, okay, there's a little thing where you can put a little bubble, like, next to you, and you can put messages, and you can put music in there. There was somebody having a fucking heyday with that. And I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. So it was literally, like, going back and forth. I mean, it was just, like, it's just stupid hacking, you know? What exactly did I say, Sue? Nothing. You're good. I'll still go and flirt with you, because I like you. You can flirt back, or you can disappear. Like, nobody makes anybody do anything, right? You didn't say anything. You're good. And I'm not the kind of person who's going to go back in the chats and circle shit that I think is important. I'm constantly moving forward in this moment. You didn't say anything. I think you're great. And I love the idea of being your Bonnie. I think it's great. I just don't know how to shoot a gun. So that might have to be a skill that I have to learn how to do before I die on this planet. Just because I can't be Bonnie without knowing how to shoot back. But yeah, don't take offense to it, Pip. Don't. It won't make anything better for anybody if you do. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm okay. I've been doing this by myself a long time. And as far as what's going on here, I got God in my corner. I got something in my corner. I got some higher power in my corner. That's the only way I can explain why I'm still here. A lot more of this is out of my control than anybody realizes, and my job is to maintain what I can control. And that's what I'm doing, to my best ability. And I do hope somebody's doing their job somewhere. Linda, I'm sorry. I asked Douglas something is in what? I don't know the person that you mentioned there, Linda. Is there any reference? Is there any, like, who is that person? And don't apologize for your English. If your first language isn't English, then your English isn't going to be good. Your first language is. That I can respect. Okay, I'm fine. Were you not fine? Who is Douglas Palucci? Pip, do you know what she's referring to? Is that somebody I should know? Yeah, but Facebook, nope. And Facebook's connected to Instagram, that whole meta business that they put in there. Nope. They're stealing everything you put in your profile. They're taking all your pictures. They're making all the connections. I mean, it is a hacker's feast is what Facebook is. It's a hacker's feast. I mean, I'm sure whoever's hacking me had a blast with my Facebook. Been on there 20 some odd years. I have tons of friends from lots of different places, lots of different life experiences. I can guarantee you that that is where hackers live. They live there collecting personal information. I don't take offense about much because people have to be on my emotional index in order to penetrate and cause an undesired response. Okay, well, I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was just letting you know where mine were. I don't want you to think I'm over here swooning, even though I think you're adorable. But, I'm sorry for... Stop apologizing, Linda. I want to know who that person, the name, you named somebody in your first chat. Who is that? Something is crawling on me. I don't like it. Try and find it. Excuse me. It's like under my... What the heck? Hate that feeling. You feel like something's crawling on you. It's not. I think it's a tag. It's a tag wreaking havoc. And a string attached to the tag. You see this right here? It's driving me nuts. But I got it. I think the same too. What's that? Exactly. I would love for you to put it in your words, and then I can confirm it. This way I know we're both on the same page. Linda, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. You're not hurting anybody's feelings right now. Not hurting my feelings at all. I'd stop worrying. I have more important things to worry about. You're saying hi and you're being sweet, so you're good to go. Yeah, Pip, why don't you go ahead and put it in your words? Whether you believe it is a choice. I mean, I can only choose what I'm doing in the moment. I'm just not looking to get my heart broken right now. I don't think I have the energy for that. I don't think I have the resources for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the nicest guy on the planet who lived here in my town asked me out, I'd say no. I'd be like, are you kidding me? Not right now. But, I'd like to think there's a little bit of sincerity in it all. But, I wouldn't, biting my lip again because I have to. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I really don't. Stay cute, though. Like, stay yourself. Stay who you are. And if I could give you the moderator position, I'd give it to you because I think you'd hammer people all over the place. It'd be funny if you could put like a little image with it. Oh, he's at it again. Or a little funny little sound. You know, like those blow up hammers. And you bop somebody on the head with it and it makes a little noise. I think you know what I mean. How come this is not in here? Hold on. You know, there's such a thing called reality. You know, a lot of people forgot that it exists, even when we don't want it to. I go to time, bed, good night, good morning, or goodbye. Okay. Stay peaceful. Sweet. But there was nothing wrong with her English. I would just want to know why she mentioned, you know, I do think you're a great guy, from what I've gathered from you, Pip. I do. But I don't want to take a chance right now with my heart. I can't. I have nothing to offer anybody but chaos anyway. It would be wrong of me to invite anybody into this world. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that actually makes me feel better about all this is that I don't have a significant other or family being affected by all this. It's bad enough my friends and my associates are being affected by it. I would hate for it to become somebody else's hell. I don't really like to wish that, especially on people that I find charming. You know. I'm getting a lot of alligators for my moat. And I don't like alligators, but in this case, I think I need alligators. I think I need a few. So that, you know, and I don't like the idea of bringing up alligators and a moat or whatnot because of all that Alcatraz stuff. But I'm thinking like of a castle with a little circle moat and a drawbridge, and that's the only way in. Because back then, they still didn't know how to fly. So they had to come by foot. Unless they flung somebody in one of those catapults or a cannon. Hi from Pakistan. I don't know much about Pakistan, and I've never been there, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. Do you like Pakistan, if that's where you're from? You tell me. You would know much better. I only know this little town here where I am. And right now, it's not my favorite place to be. No, what's it by you, Pip? 10-ish? Oh. Where are you going to study? I hope you're safe. I hope you have a safe trip and you end up in a place where you feel safe. Because, you know, nothing feels like home. Oh, gross. What is happening? What's the matter with you, miss? Grass? You ate too much grass today? What's the matter? Oh, she's pacing. Yeah. Oh, what did you say? Whether you believe it's a choice. No, workouts. Yeah, I mean, we can absolutely continue to share those moments. As long as I'm doing this, it's going to be much, much fewer soon. That could be years from now, for all we know. I mean, as much as I would like to focus on the light at the end of the tunnel, I don't see it. I haven't gotten any communication for me to feel otherwise. And if anything, everything just keeps compounding. And it just keeps getting, like, thicker and thicker. Canada? I wouldn't know anything about that. The medical. I don't know. Research it. Research, and it also depends on what kind of medical you want to learn. Do you want to learn, you know, surgical, technical? Do you want to be homeopathic? I mean, it depends on, I guess, what you want to study. You really have to look into that. Oh, good. You two are become a resource for each other? Very good. Okay. Who said Canada? I don't know. The gentleman that I was talking to yesterday that had a serious heart issue, let me try to remember where eventually he came across a doctor, but he went through a lot of them. Like he, you know, literally like interviewed doctors to find out who he would let operate on him, which I thought was really smart. And it took him a while. Well, good luck to you, Linda. Or Natasha. Whichever, are both of you doing the same thing? Looking to study? I don't know. Research. And research from more than one. Ooh. Nellie, what's wrong, honey? I think it got hotter as the day went on here. You're really beautiful and you remind me of my mother. Oh. Lately, I've been reminding myself of my own mother and it's freaking me out. She sent me a selfie. I think it was like 20 some odd days before she died. And I look at the expression in that picture and every once in a while on here, I'm like, oh my God, I look like my mother. Weird. I don't have her features at all. I feel like I have my father's side of the family's features, but my expressions and my responses and how I move is a lot like my mother. So I'm watching her face, her facial expressions on my face, which is freaking me out. Freaking me out. Just a little bit. But thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Very unnecessary. Just be respectful to everybody else in the room. That's what I'm shooting for. Definitely isn't about looks. None of this is. I don't want to become anything. I hate my life. I love cats. Oh my God. Wow, did you have a lot to say or what, Stephen? I like cats too. And you're going to become something whether you like it or not because it's all predestined, man. Like, you might just have to sit down with a little hand mirror and look at it and say, who am I today? And then just listen. You'll hear it. You might hate your life at the moment, but trust me, life is constantly evolving. Constantly. Even if you feel like you're doing the same thing every day, you're really not. It's truly a different day. You know that movie? What's that movie? What? I know things are going to be busy for you, but I hope you do try and keep up with your lives if that's the only way. What? Pip. What? How do we communicate if I stop doing this? Right? Yeah. I don't know if she's resting in peace. I really don't. I don't feel that with her. I hear her and my Aunt Rose constantly chatterboxing, so I don't know if they're restless. I don't know what's going on. I'd like to think she's laughing her ass off at me right now. Like, I really do. I hope she's laughing. My mom was fairly outgoing when she needed to be. And she made a lot of people happy. Sure. Well, she wasn't very... We didn't have a very nice relationship while she was here, and I think it's the best we've ever had between each other now. It's better, much better. I think that she was throwing her own shame on me while she was here. There was something funny about it. The stuff that she gave me felt like her own, and it was weird. The whole situation was weird. How would you like to communicate, Pip? I would pen pal with you, like snail mail, but there's no way to exchange mailing addresses. I don't know. Phone numbers ain't working. It's just not going to work. And the number that I did give you should have worked. It's just not a number that I'm keeping. So, you know what I mean? Like it's active, but it's not going to be for long. There's a few numbers that are going to be thrown away. Pretty much everything I know is going to be thrown away. I feel like I'm going to have to start over big time. Thank you, Natasha. That was very thoughtful of you to say. You said you might not have many lives anymore because... Oh, lives. Yeah, on here. If I do, they're going to have to be more scheduled, and they'll be much shorter. Like, I'll have a timer, and I'm going to have to respect it. And if anything, it might be... They would be weekdays also, because I'm going to have to make up mad time with my animals and catching up with, like, everything else, all my other responsibilities when I'm working on the weekends. I really love the job, though. I love it. I did it last year, and I enjoyed it. It took me a little while to get a couple of skills going, but I got the hang of it. I love the people part. The people part is my favorite part. Like, it's nonstop interaction all day, which, right up my alley. So I really enjoy the job, and I was really happy to have the opportunity to return to it. But still, there's something in my gut that tells me it's connected and it's fishy, and you know, there's very little that I can do 100% relaxed right now in my life. It's not going to happen for a while. And it's not cool. It takes the full joy out of it. It's hard. Everything that used to be easy is now hard. Still doing it. Still smiling. Still making the most of it. But what should be easy is not. You know. I don't wish this on anybody. I don't wish any of this on anybody. And if somebody could just tell me why it's even happening. Because if there's a way for me to resolve it, if it's something that I can do, I would do it in an instant. I mean, I don't really know. It's not fun. You know, I miss my people. I miss my little people. You know, to take me from something as powerful as that and not care. Wrong. Some people are just mean. So, yeah. I don't think I can return to that. I don't think that I would put myself in that position again. I don't trust it. And I'm very concerned about a few little people. There's a few little people that I think about every day. You know, that I don't know how they are. And, you know, I can't reach out to anybody in that's involved with all that because they'll turn it around on me. Like, I have to be really smart about what I'm doing. So right now, I have some genuine concern for some little people that I don't know. You know, I don't know how they are. And that kind of upsets me. No, but we can't exchange addresses. And how do we do that? How do we do that? You say it like it's easy. Do you have any idea how that's gonna happen? You know? I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing lives. It's not like I have any like, I don't have, I don't have content. I don't have, like, I think, like I said, I'm doing this because I need it. I need the interaction right now. I think it's great. And I'm learning about other things, and I needed some feedback on some stuff, and I wanted to try something new, and, lots of little reasons why, but I mean, most people do this stuff because it pays the bills. I can't even make any money off this. Like, they won't let me. So, I'm just enjoying it. And when I get somebody on here like you, hi, trying to help, who's respectful and genuinely responding, and Natasha, like, there's a handful of people who come on here and you make my day better. So if I have to put up with 12 assholes to have one angel, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, Pip, so I don't understand. Like, you wrote it, but you didn't have anything to back it up. And that's my concern here. It almost sounds fluffy, doesn't it? And not to be bringing up that particular person, but it almost sounds a little fluffy to me. I don't know. I don't need, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, how are we going to do that? You can't post all your information because then you'll get harassed and hacked and whatever, because that's what people do. And I can't give you, well, you could probably go on the black web and find mine. You could probably search me, but the mail gets rerouted by somebody. My mail has never been coming to me. And what does come to me that has information in it gets photocopied and sent to somebody else anyway. And I never got the phone call that I was supposed to receive. So now I have to physically go and do something tomorrow that I didn't want to have to do. So even where I think that I have found a door, you open that door and right behind, it was like a Twilight, I think it was a Twilight Zone episode. And the person kept opening the door, and behind that door was another door, and behind that door was another door. And oh my God, all different colored doors with windows, no windows, fancy locks, whatever. But it was just one, never any. And it looked like the door was floating in mid-space. There was nothing behind the door that you could see concretely, but no matter how many times they opened the door, it was just another door behind it. That's what it feels like right now. I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone episode. It's weird. Schitt's Creek, though, is a really funny TV show. I've seen a few of their episodes. Can't you get a P.O. box for your mail? Okay, pay attention. This all started, I've recognized fraudulent mail. I have learned since that my mail, before it even gets to the post office, is rerouted. I don't get every piece of my mail, especially important stuff. And I can guarantee you, if somebody sent me a friendly letter, that's the first thing they're going to take. And they'll probably use it as kindling. I'm not allowed to have friends. It doesn't fit their schema of me. Their narrative. The sick narrative that they've created. I'm supposed to be this horrible person that doesn't have friends. Come on, you have to catch up with the narrative, Pip. Now, if you were to write a nasty letter and put like asshole, blah, 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 all over the envelope, they'd probably let it get here. Like, seriously. That's how crazy it is. I don't know, but if you can come up with some sort of way for us to communicate, in addition to this, I will entertain it. I will entertain it sincerely. I don't trust my post office right now. I don't trust them, and they know it. And every time I go in there, it's somebody different. Recently, even the person I saw delivering, it wasn't the normal guy. So what the F is going on there? Oh, there's some serious mail fraud involved in all this. So I don't even have security there. I I don't have security anywhere, really. Right now? I know you know. I know. She knows. Whenever she starts pacing, I know something's about to happen. Yeah. Yep. I know. She's like a therapy dog. Like, she'll come over and she'll find a piece of skin on me, whether it's my hand or my foot. And so if I get a little bit rattled of any kind, she'll come over. She senses it, and that's her way of trying to calm herself and me. So I'm starting to wonder if we're going to have a thunderstorm or something, because that's what she's doing right now. And she's so stressed out. She's lost a lot of weight in the last 2 months, and I don't understand why. I can't trust my vet that I took them to. I don't know. All these animals have been so sick since March. Like, they put shit in our water. They got us all sick. They've tried to get me sick several times. And this isn't normal sick, okay? Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, sure I could get a P.O. box. It's not going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. You know? And that person whose number was used twice, like, they stopped talking to me because they're probably like, what the fuck? Nobody seems to understand the depth of what's going on here. It is one big fat onion. Right? It's okay. Calm down. No, 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 no. Calm down. All right. She's not calm right now. She's agitated. Your tail's gonna knock my thing over. Oh my God. Okay, okay. All right. I get it. Don't. You're gonna get her all worked up, and then I'm gonna have you both over here again. Please. Chill out. You two. Stay where you are. You know, I don't know. Hi. Where'd you come from? What's up, old lady? What? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm surrounded. What's going on? Everybody's all in an uproar. What are we gonna do? Ah! I don't know, but Pip, that'd be really cool if you could figure something out. Come on, you're the crafty one. You're the crafty one. You should be able to figure this out. Yeah. I'm going to rely on you to problem solve this. See if one of your helpers that you said that's over here can find me. All I saw was you're up Schitt's Creek. That's the last one that's visible to me. You know. Ask your friend in Australia that you said you had an interesting resource for. See what he suggests. Because I think the only way for me to know and fully understand that you're a real person is to, yeah, amp up the communication of some kind. Even though it's not going to be easy. Yeah, what did you put? Something that would have been helpful? Of course they wiped it out. They wipe out everything that you try to post. They're on to you, Pip. They know exactly who you are. I guarantee you they know who you are. You're probably being watched because I've talked to you more than once. If you're somebody that I want to make a connection with, they will wipe you out for sure. They just will. It's a sickness, I told you. It's a freaking narcissistic, crazy, controlling sickness. And I guess I'm a good target for that. Great. Super. You know, and anybody who genuinely wants to know me, it's going to be a challenge. You know. I don't know how I'm in all these investigations, but nobody, not one person, in over 6 months now, has come to ask me my side. Does that make any sense to anyone else? That's a long time to go by. Not one person has followed up on anything that I've even followed up on and reported or elaborated on or communicated with. You have no idea how many questions I've asked that never got answers. Because even anybody who wanted to call me back with an answer, that probably got blocked, like every other important phone call or message. And I have a very specific list of people who somehow get through those barriers. And if those people think I trust them, they're out of their fucking minds. Because anybody that they're allowing to come through is clearly a factor in all this, don't you think? Yeah. Yeah. I guarantee I'm scarier than them. Okay, but you have things to do, and we won't see you for many months, so your being scary isn't going to make a difference. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You just said, well, it's not like I'm jumping on a plane and coming over, so don't be scary. You might as well not be scary and stay where you are and not be scary. Like, don't be scary. I don't need somebody to be scary. I got enough scary shit going on. And I've been through enough scary. We're good on the scary. Stay sweet. Be sweet. Even though I don't know what to do with sweet, that is exactly what I deserve. But yeah, I don't want you to be scary. Nobody needs to be scary. Sincere would be good. Go with sincere. Or, let me think up a few adjectives for you in place of scary. If you made it over here and we could do this to figure out what airport you're going to be at, I'd come pick you up and I'd hold up a big sign that says Pip. Like, okay, let's see, what else could you do? Do you understand? That we could work with as long as I knew your vicinity. Oh, you would recognize me, I would think, considering, you know. But yeah, I'm not asking you to do that. What I'm saying is, you're busy anyway. But ask those helpers of yours if they have any way, like if they've even heard of such a thing, and maybe we can figure out a middle person. Do you know what I mean? Like a middle person to exchange communications through. Just a thought. We might need some extra help with that. And if you said you have friends over here, then ask them if they'll help. You know, for communication purposes. Does that make any sense? Anybody else have any other suggestions? Because sometimes other people have really good ideas, and it's really important to listen to other people's ideas. But, like, if you're saying you know people over here, well, the people over here can try to find me. I don't think I'm hard to find. There's enough clues on my channel alone. And probably enough clues if you were to watch the other channel that I was on. A lot of clues on that one. Sort of, not really. We were pretty careful about that. Excuse me. I've probably goofed more on here because, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, I did ping an email over to them, but no response. Okay. Keep me posted. No pun intended. Hi, Mimi. Come here. Come here. Oh. I got a buddy. This is he's 4. This is Nancy. And he gets his name because he's got one white boot like Nancy Sinatra. He doesn't have 2 white boots. He has 1. So that's how he got his name. He's a funny looking cat. His nose has a black spot on it like a Marilyn Monroe he's got. And when he was a kitten, I always thought his nose was dirty, so I was constantly trying to clean his face, but he actually just has black markings, like markings on his skin, right? Yeah. He's not the most relaxed cat. He's the one who like slinks through, especially when the dogs are moving around. He tries to pretend like nobody can see him, right? Yeah. But he's a very sweet boy. Yeah, this is the one who sleeps on my head. He comes in the middle of the night and tries to snuggle with me. But if you like move, he's out of there. Like he's a very, look at him right now. Maybe I hit in a good spot. Does that feel good? Yeah. Yeah, you're not fighting me anymore. Yeah, he's a handsome boy. I have 2 tuxedos right now, a short hair and a long hair. And Mr. Yanni was more of like a cow kitty. His dad was a black cat, and his mom was a Siamese, so he was really cool. You can see him on some of my shorts. I miss him. He was super friendly, like super smart, super chatty, right? Your big brother? Those two were really close. Because Mr. Yen had a brother named Mr. Yin, and they were like twins. They were always curled up, and because I couldn't tell where one ended and one other, that's why they were yin and yang. You know, it just made sense. But now they're both gone. Now they're together, I guess. Except I really don't think he's dead. I feel like somebody has him. You know those things you could just feel? Like I would have been overcome with sadness, I think, if he perished. I would have felt it. I do not. I do not. And every now and then, if I close my eyes, I can see his face. So I do not think he's dead. I think somebody's kidnapped him. Catnapped him. Thank you. He's a handsome chap. I like boy cats and girl dogs. It just works out well. Does he know he's a cat? Yes. He definitely knows he's a cat. The other one, though, the long-haired one, he thinks he's much different. Much different than just a cat. I swear, he's like a boss. He's a boss man. He puts everybody in their place. And he's the oldest cat that I've got right now. The oldest cat I ever had, he listed 25 years. And he was a big boy. Oh my God, he was awesome. And he had a big white star on his forehead. And I went back and forth to college with him in the car. And he would lay across my lap. And it was a 5-hour ride. And I'd get home and my whole lap would just be one big pile of sweat. But I wouldn't stop because of him. And he would lay across my lap. Who was the smartest cat? Oh, probably the one I'm talking about right now. I would take him places. I couldn't put him in a box. He was like, nope. But I could take him to the vet, and he could sit on and dogs and cats would come in, and he'd just sit there. Like, he was the most content cat I've ever owned. Mousy, he was a sweetheart. He was one I used to call him handsome, but he became Minnie Mouse because he followed around Mouse, and that's the cat I was talking about. The 2 girl cats, well, I had several girl cats, but the 2 sisters that I had, Bella was a bitch. She was just mean. This is how smart she was. This is why I don't do female cats, because they like to mark territory. They like to be in charge. And Ragtail and Maine Coon, oh, they're going to be big. I have a friend who has a Maine Coon. It looks like a calf, okay? It looks like a cow calf. It's huge. But he's very sweet. He's like just a big fluff of fur. And their bone structure is really cool, Maine Coons. They have really neat faces. But this female cat, she would go around and pee in all of my heating grates. So when I turned the heat on, you'd be like, where is that smell coming from? And she literally peed on all of the grates to make sure her scent. This is how smart she was. That's why she was such a bitch. She knew exactly, and I mean that affectionately, but And at the time, somebody was supposed to take her when they left, but he didn't. And she tortured Polly, who was the little black cat, the little sister, and I protected Polly constantly. I had to constantly protect her. Like, if that cat was in the house, she was on my lap, or she was outside, because she was just picked on. So she became my little shadow. But this guy here, he's funny. He came from a farm around the corner. Right? Right? I got him after Mr. Yin passed away. They were still very young. And Mr. Yang adopted this one beautifully. They were inseparable, right? And I'm sure you're still wondering where Mr. Yan is. You coming over? Come on. He doesn't know what to do with himself, right? See, I'm a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He's the weird one. He just has really weird behaviors. But he's talking to me a lot more since Mr. Yan isn't here. That's something I've noticed. And the smartest dog I ever had was my first dog. No offense to these three, but my first lab that I had, oh my God. That dog was so people smart. And she had to have had a repertoire of at least 25 tricks. You know, from across the room, I could go, hey, Rose, whisper to me. And she'd be like, and I'd be like, wow. Like, I wouldn't have to ask her twice. She was just a very, very smart dog. Very in tune. But I took her everywhere. I mean, she had a nice life. Like, she knew people. Look, he came back on his own. I didn't even have to invite him over. Yeah. You hanging out? He's hanging out. See that? Look at that. Not so bad, little man. Can you see him? Oh, no! Here you go. Oops. Look. Show everybody your handsome face with your funny markings. He's purring. I don't know if you guys can hear it. He's like, get that out of my face. It's not really in your face. It's 2 feet away. But yeah, you hanging out? That's nice. Sometimes he's like super, super sweet, but it's very unpredictable. I try not to force it on them at all. I give my animals a lot of freedom. You know, they're my pets, but they're still their own people. Right? I know what he's doing. He's like, see? He's like... It's a little hot, you know. But he has super silky fur, which I love. I love the way his fur feels. The other fluffy one, I have to pull out his mats, and he gets so mad at me. But I do it. If he comes too close, you know how it is. My friend's cat, oh yeah, very regal looking, sort of. His markings on his nose, I think, would drive me the most nuts. See? Because he looks dirty. He always looks a little pissed off, too. The other one is super, super pissed off looking. But yeah, he's a nice boy. Hi, Tamazi. He's a nice boy. But Yanni, I think, was 10 times more outgoing than this guy. Yanni had a big personality, but I think that had to do with his mom being a Siamese, because they're, like, super communicators. I'd come in the door, and I could hear Yan from the other side of the house, and he'd come running, like, hey, she's home. Like, he was cool like that. This one's always hiding, but he makes himself prey. You know what I mean? Like, the worst thing you could do is act like prey. If you act like prey, you're going to be treated like prey. And I try to tell him all the time, do what Puffin does. Puffin walks in here with his head up and his tail straight up, and he's tiny. He's half the size of him. He's just fluff. And he walks right in, and he'll headbutt the dogs. You know, like, he tells them where to go. And it's all his, like, posture and how he carries himself. This one comes in all, like, meek and, like, scared. And, like, he's like, chase me. You know, he doesn't want to be chased, but he asks for it. You know. Everybody has a role. I guess he's the low man on totem pole here. Right? But he's purring like crazy. Huh? Yeah, aw. You're being very sweet. How come? How come? I'm not minding, though. It's nice. It's nice to have animals that give a shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could never have animals locked up. I get working dogs, though. I think they're pretty cool. They know their role, you know, and they do an amazing job, like herding dogs and stuff like that. Everybody always worries about their life and, oh, they're outside all the time. Those dogs are built for that type of life, and they're usually those tri-coated. You know, they can handle the weather, and, you know, they're smart. If they wanted something, they'll let you know. But can you get your butt down, please? You know how cats, you touch the area, like, on their back, right near their tail, and their rear end always goes up. I always wonder why. You probably could find out. Extra sensitive back there, I guess. But, you know, it's hard to touch a cat up here and not want to go all the way down their back, right? I saw a comedian say that they are basically tigers, but only weigh 2 to 3 kilograms, and then get picked up and hugged. He said it's must be so frustrating to them. Well, I mean, it's kind of like dogs or wolves. I mean, you trap a dog in an area where he can't get new smells, he's gonna go bonkers. I mean, they're really not sedentary animals. They're meant to be on the hunt. They're supposed to always look for food. We've taken that out by giving them meal times. You know what I mean? Like, we have screwed up so much by trying to be powerful and controlling, you know? Yeah. Aw. He's in snuggle mode, which usually doesn't happen until like 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, cats are fun. They're weird. Like, they're weird. I've probably had, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 12, I've probably had maybe 16 different cats over my span of owning cats. And, which has got to be 25 to, I'm not even counting the ones that I had as a kid with my with the family. And I had a couple of really great cats. Mine always died. Like, mine always got hit by cars. My sister had one cat. She didn't even care about the cat. The first time each of us got a cat, like, do you know what I mean? Like, we were given a cat as kids. Every single one of my cats, something horrible happened to them. My sister had a cat. It outlived all of, like, my first 7 cats. And her cat was Pepper. And I ended up loving on Pepper. She never did. She has cats now, I think. She's got 2, I think, but nobody sees them. They live under my niece's bed. at least people who come to visit never see them. Mine at least make appearances, right? See, I make appearances. I don't know. I just miss my white. I miss the white guy, the Mr. Yan. I miss him. He was my mainstay. Like, he hung out in the kitchen with me. Anytime I was in the kitchen, there he was. Like, I talked to him more than I talked to the dogs when I'm in the kitchen, because he was always like, what are you doing? What are you making? Like Mr. Curiosity. And he would try anything that I was cooking. Like, he was that cat who would eat, like, people food. My other cats don't. Well, this one started to eat, like, chicken and stuff, but the other one will not. Puffin will not eat anything that's man-made. Like, that's, that I'm making. He's like, no. He turns his nose. I don't know. Rambling about cats. Who knew where this day was going to go? But, yeah. Been a bit of a stressful day. A couple of little things that didn't work out. And then the fact that I have to follow up on something that didn't happen, that should have happened today, worries me a little. I do keep opening doors, like I said. The problem is, there isn't always anybody behind that door. You're back again. There isn't anybody behind those doors. They say they're going to be there, Pip, and then you open the door and there's nobody there. So, to voluntarily open doors that I don't absolutely have to be disappointed in opening, I can't do right now. I just can't do. I'm glad you're not all like, oh man, you're just not nice and blah, blah, blah. But I bet if you have friends over here, you could figure something out through them. I'm sure you could figure something out. Think about what you told me you did for a living. You clearly know how to communicate with people. You are a salesman. Salesmen have skills. They have communication skills. Anybody who sells something for a living has communication skills. If your job isn't to educate or give me some other examples, but yeah. Like, the worst insult I ever gave somebody, I accused them of being like a car salesman. Meaning, they will tell you anything you need to hear to get that car out of the lot and cash in their pocket. And that person took it as a major insult, and I meant it as an insult. I don't have anything against car salesmen, though. I mean, it's a good job. It's a good job if you're a good salesman. You know, I imagine most of them work on commission. But this particular person, I didn't like the way he handled his business. It seemed very false to me. So I apologize to any car salesmen out there that I may have insulted. Not about you, about one particular person. And I felt like a used car in a lot, if that makes it sound better. So if I insult myself, then we're even, right? Yeah. I don't know, Pip. What do you think? You think you could look into that avenue? Considering anything you try to, like, give me here doesn't go through. Imagine that. Imagine that. I also think there is a teenager behind some of this. I think, like I told you, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who are involved in this, they know me. I know who they are. Like, I know them. But I think there's a teenager involved. I think there is a teenager that was given responsibility to do something in this whole mix-up that they were not mature enough to handle. I just think that who the power was delegated to there was a lot of poor choices made. Too many cooks in that kitchen. Not enough printer in the copier to make scripts for everybody. And I think a lot of people kind of started doing their own thing, thinking they had power, and they're just fucking it up left and right. Like when I heard the voice on the answer machine today, I was like, how? No way would I call me back. I wouldn't have called me back if I was that person on the other end of that phone conversation that I had with this person. No way in hell would I have called her back. I would have said to whoever asked me to do the second call to ask somebody else to do it. I wouldn't have volunteered myself to communicate with me again. No. Because it didn't go over well the first round. Therefore, there won't be a second round. And that's what I don't think they're not understanding with me. I might be a very easygoing person, but if you fuck up with me, I don't do too many second chances. I mean, you got to be unbelievably special. You got to be really special for me to, like, if you get me to the point where I don't trust you and I don't want to know you, then very, very few people have come back to the other side. I just don't know you. You just don't exist. It's not that I retaliate or do mean things to you, because that's not my style at all. I just don't, I don't see you. Very easy to do that. I do hope you will try and keep up with the lives and have done. What? I didn't receive any email. Although I will send another unless you need. Hey man, go for it. Try to open up a line of communication. Do what you think you can do if you want to. You have no obligation to me, none whatsoever. If something works, hey, holy cow, great. Down the road, I'll owe you an apology and I'll mean it. But at this point, you have to know that this is just too stressful. It's just so stressful. Right. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. But like anything you try to send on here, it doesn't work. I don't know. You could keep trying with that phone number, figure out what needs to be in front of it. Maybe one day, like I said, every once in a while, I know they're on a coffee break, or maybe they're in the bathroom, or maybe they're in the shower. Like anybody who's on duty sometimes does miss stuff, and I'll get comments on YouTube, and then 10 minutes later they'll be gone. So I know somebody's on duty all the time. It's a team. It's a team. It's a team. It's a team. Can I say my email? I don't think so. I mean, you could try to go through the YouTube one. You know, I guess you could figure out how to try to get me through there. But I don't know how well that will go over. If I give you an email, I mean, God. I mean, they control that too. I don't get anything that's important. Like, nothing. Zero. My phone rings once every, like, 4 or 5 days. Like, it's like, what? And then it's somebody that doesn't make any sense. And if I call it right back, it's out of order. It's so stupid. Like, they just keep doing the same shit over and over again. It's so boring. Like, it's so, like, predictable and boring. I don't know. It's like all their strategies. Like, they're using every strategy in their strategy book. And I'm just like, again with this? Another one? But some of them I call back and I'm just like, are you real? No, that number's out of order. It just called me 35 seconds ago, yet it's a number that's out of order. Come on now. I don't think I can, but I don't know. Read through like my homepage and stuff. Maybe there's something on there that gives you a way to communicate with somebody. I don't know. How do people communicate? Because there are people who like buy stuff from people on chats, and there's a way to do it, I'm sure. I don't want you to put any of yours on there because I would hate for you to be another, like a bigger target than you probably already are. I don't know. I don't know. Chai tea and blueberries. It's an interesting combination. In my head, I'm trying to figure out a way to send you clues without telling you I'm sending you clues. Like, you'd have to really be paying attention. Like, you can't say like you did the other day, could you say it again? Or no, you'd have to pick it up right away. But I don't know. It's all right. Thanks for understanding what I expressed to you today. I really do find you very charming if you're who you say you are. I just don't do well with open-ended anything. Open-ended promises. I don't do them. I don't do them. I learned, I think, as a kid that promises were bullshit. Like, I learned it way early in life. And I learned that adults lie. I learned a lot of things when I was a kid. And I'm still applying all of it now. I have 4 animals staring at me right now. It's so bizarre. Did I say something? I don't remember saying anything important. Here she comes again. Yeah. She comes over and she paws at you. You're my warrior now. She's my warrior. I read something somewhere that dogs actually absorb the emotions and the energy of their owner. And when you have more than one dog, I think they take turns. I could definitely, you know when you're in tune with your pet because they know shit before you. They sense it, they smell it, they hear it. But when you have one who is particularly in your face when you're unnerved, like, it's really kind of a compliment. She's doing her job. Like, they have jobs. They have roles. I know. You're very good at your job now. Thank you for just coming over and laying down. Yeah, what's going on in there? Oh, your tooth cracked. Wait a minute. See, I knew something was wrong. I think somebody hit her in her face. because she stopped eating for a couple of days. And I'm feeling in her mouth, and I think she has a completely cracked off tooth. Yeah. And I think this is why she stopped eating. Like, something's not right. I don't feel good now. If I stick my hand in her mouth, the two sides don't feel the same. It doesn't allow me to send to your YouTube channel email unless you have another one I could use. But understand you can't divulge that unless they already... So you just tried to use my channel? No, because I'm not running my channel. Can you do me a favor and hashtag, type in like you're going to send somebody, hashtag neighborsue, and does it give you any information after that? Does it tell you how many channels I have? Like, do you want me to show you what I mean? What I mean when I tell people that, they don't understand. I'll do like something really quick pretend so you can kind of see what I mean. Sure. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to quickly I'll use this one because it's 21 seconds. Fine, done. Done. Process. Let's go. All right, I just want to show you. Oops, I meant to say next. Okay, so look. So here, I'm going to fill out a bunch of hashtags up here, okay? Watch what happens when I put my own in. Oops. Lowercase. Okay. Look what it says. Do you see it at the top? Yeah. Do you see it? 2 channels. I don't have 2 channels. But it says I have 2 channels. And when I first started this channel, it didn't say that. Only when I started to actually get likes and comments, I started to show some form of success, and that's when somebody jumped on here. But do you see what I'm saying? Do you see? I'm not making it up. Right there. It wasn't like that for the first 6 or so months of my channel. Only when I actually started to get positive feedback on my shorts. Somebody didn't like it. Somebody is trying to control every aspect of my life. That's why they kept me, even though I was overqualified, big time overqualified. I don't even know why I bother filling out applications. Nobody looks at what I put down on that paper. They want to keep me in a very low income, low level situation so they can claim that they need to be my conservatory. I'm telling you. Somebody's telling big lies about my capabilities. Big lies. And I think somebody spread around that I was dying, that I was, like, you name it. It's been said. But so there you go. There's proof. You see it where I get the 2 thing from? And if I search my own channel, somehow there's this weird official neighborsue channel. And it comes up with a banner. I didn't do that. I didn't customize my channel at all. It shouldn't look like anything. But if you look up official neighborsue channel, you'll get a totally different one. And the comments sometimes are different there than they are on my end of my channel. I have found so many inconsistencies and contradictory information. None of it makes any sense. Are we the only ones in here right now? No. I don't know. I'm just going to say, you see what I mean though, right? Pip, I'm not making it up. I'm not just assuming I have a second channel. It says number 2 channels. But I really don't. I wish you knew somebody who worked for YouTube. I'm telling you, I kind of have my theories. I have like 6 names on this list, the whole YouTube list. And it's big people. It's people with power. It's people who shouldn't care about me or my successes, but they do. I'm telling you, people are attacking me because of lies, falsities. They're not attacking me because of who I really am or what I it's very frustrating. Oh, another message held for review. Was that you? Did you try to send something else? Now, shouldn't I be the one reviewing it? Who's reviewing it? Oh, no? Oh, no. I opened it up. No, just something silly. Someone offering me an 8-inch penis. Oh, just what I need. Pip, that wasn't you. Oh, darn. I'd be on a plane on my way to you if that were the case. I'm so joking. But that's really what it said. You know how fast somebody'd get on a plane? No, I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. I do have a sense of humor. I can laugh at this shit. I find it funny. Can you go in the other channel? No. I have tried numerous ways to do all sorts of stuff. Once I'm in my channel, I clearly can't be entering in another avenue. I'm locked in. Yeah, of course. Do you love me? With my whole black heart. Seriously. No, I can't, Pip. I mean, I'm in it right now, technically, because what they do is they mirror what I do, and they're the ones handling all of the communication, all the, any ounce of anything beyond what you see me doing, it's them. It's really bizarre. Just bizarre. And I still haven't heard back from all the shit that I actually sent the main place in YouTube. Oh, more bullshit. Ew. You have to go somewhere, whoever you are. Yeah, you have to go bye-bye. I'm going to say goodbye to you. Okay, thanks. I don't want it. I don't want the 8-inch penis that the guy keeps offering me. No thanks. Hi, Andrew Cook. Sorry to jump in on that comment. Nothing personal. I just don't have time for that stupid shit. Just no thanks. Yes. I remember you from the old records the other night. Yeah, I think I do remember your name. I know a guy named Michael Cook, so your name kind of like stayed there. Yeah, did you enjoy anything in particular? What did you catch? Did you catch like a 50s or 60s? What'd you catch? I have more. Either tomorrow or the next day I'll set up and I'll share the rest. Well, some of the rest, I have a lot more. But I'll share another chunk. Only because I think it's fun. Oh, great. Well, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate you popping in for the music part. Because that's why I'm popping in. I'm sorry, I'm not doing any music today. I was literally just chatting. I was hoping someone in particular would pop on, and they did. So it was worth getting on today. Right? You know who you are. Even though I was kind of mean to you. Sorry. I'm just being honest. I don't want to ever send the wrong... I don't like mixed messages from other people, so I try not to send those, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. I try very hard. And I don't know, you didn't cry and disappear, so I'm a little proud of you for that. You took it, what'd you say, you took it off the chin? What was that expression you used the other day? You done good. Yeah, so the rest of the records are, I've noticed this box, this particular box, has a little bit of 60s and some 70s in there. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. My whole world is one big typo right now. Yeah, so there'll be some surprises. But I'm glad you enjoyed a little bit of whatever you listened to last time. That's nice feedback. Thanks, Andrew. Hey, man, if I spend a couple hours spinning some 45s that I haven't heard since I was a kid, you know, because that's when we were allowed to touch them, I think that it's worth it if one person pops on and listens to an older tune that they haven't heard in a while, and then Pip points out the crackling, which almost makes you feel like you're back in time, which I absolutely love. I just don't like it when it skips. You're a good girl, and Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built. No, I'm a 51-year-old woman. I've been building for 51 years. So I have a pretty good fortress. I was the one guessing where you were from in the U.S. Oh, yeah, all those random states except the one I'm in. I do remember you. That's funny. You said Kansas, and I said, what? Yeah. And then you went to Michigan. Yeah, you made your way around. No, it's not Kansas. I'm in New York, Andrew. You don't have to fret anymore. I am in big ol' NY, somewhere in New York, and eventually I'm going to leave it because I don't like what's happening here. I don't like it. So, gosh, what will my hackers do if I leave New York? What will they do? Will they follow me? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But yeah. Why leave New York? Because I have to get away from the mayhem that's going on right now. And honestly, this mayhem includes the majority of my friends and family who I don't think are my friends and family anymore. So I do think when this all comes to a head, I don't think I will have any reason to be here. And I'm not going to be where I don't feel like I have, you know what I mean? It's starting to feel a lot like not home. Nope, I can't get into it. I've talked about it enough already today. Maybe. I'm sure there's government involved. And local politics, yes. Yeah. It's a RICO. I know it. I have done my own looking things up, and it can't be anything other. So unless there's somebody with a title somewhere who wants to do the right thing, the people with the titles are all doing it. So they're not going to give up easily. Yeah, Andrew, it's tough. But if you go on my channel and you watch a couple of my chatty shorts, I do talk about it quite a bit. And a lot of my shorts have secret messages. There's a lot of communication. You just have to know what you're listening and looking for. I do. You know, it helps me let them know. Dude, I know what's going on. I just can't physically do anything about it right now. And, you know, because I can't give somebody my address, he can't send me his hammer. So I'm not going to get anything done. I have to use a staple gun, and those aren't reliable. You could pull a staple out. I could use a screw, but, you know, sometimes you can burn the top off those, and then you're stuck with a screw that you can't get out. You know how that works. You can burn them off. But Andrew, I appreciate your genuine interest. Thanks. And the feedback about the records. So maybe you'll catch me when I'm on in the next 2 days or so. I'll play some more. I'm enjoying it. Like, even if I decide to not do it on a chat, you damn straight, every single one of the records that were gifted to me. I also have like large albums that were gifted to me, but a lot of those are like, they're kind of, some of them are classical. I mean, there's some really freaking interesting stuff in that batch that I was gifted. And they're large records. So maybe that will be like I'll plan it. Because these 45s, they have songs on them that are what? Anywhere from 1.5 minutes to a 3-minute song. Or those full albums, they are like long. So I would have to like pace myself and do like one album at a time. But they're all very peculiar. You know, some classical in there. I've already listened to a whole bunch of those because they're just pretty to put on. There's some really cool like Time magazine ones like that. I guess they incorporate a whole bunch of things from history. Those might be really fun to do. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe the next time I do some 45s, I'll pull one. I'll pull an interesting one and see what people think about a full album. I'll just pick one that's really odd, not like a music one, but one that's interesting, that I think might be interesting. We can experiment. Why the hell not? It's music. You're never wasting your time when you're, you know, doing something with music. At least I don't think so. Like I just heard a ding, but I don't know where that ding came from. It didn't come from any of my stuff. Who dinged? My neighbors are too far away for me to hear a ding. Okay? So, it's little shit like that I don't really like. And there's no wind, so it wasn't a chime sound. It was a ding, like a ping ding. Like, you know when you get a notification on your phone? Unless somebody's like walking on by, but I'm not on the road. I'm far enough back that I shouldn't hear a ding there either. Right? No dinging. I have different company right now. I get this one. I get this one. We played ball. We played ball for a really long time today. We did, but we didn't. We did. We played for a really long time. What is it with dogs and having to have something in their mouth? They're so funny. Why are you holding that ball like that? Why don't you just put it down? Why don't you give yourself a break? Huh? Give yourself a break? I'll throw it for you. We'll go outside and throw. Yeah, I'll play with you. You've been such a good girl today. Yeah. Everybody needs a dog. I'm just telling you. I think that they're nice company. But anyway, okay. Well, I won't. There goes another ding. See, that one's loud, and that was on my phone. Listen to that. Now we're dinging like we got nothing better to do. What is even dinging? I don't get notifications. Nope. Oh, okay. Anyways, so I'll basically say goodbye to everybody for today. I am going to play with the girls and do some more stuff outside before the sun goes down. It's only almost 7 here, so I have a good hour and a half till I can still accomplish a bit more. And Sue, yeah, hold on a second, Pip. But thanks to anybody who jumped on and gave me some moral support and asked me valid questions. That means a lot to me because it means I'm being taken seriously, and I wish somebody locally would take me seriously, but I really appreciate that. It goes a long way with me. It matters. Yes, you, hi, trying to help. Very good. Like, you're exactly who I'm talking to right now. I hope you know who you are. I think that I didn't read your first message yet. I'm too busy talking, so don't disappear yet, Pip. And I know I was a little bit negative today, but you know what? I'm only human, and I can only process so much. And yesterday, I danced a lot, so my body is able to work through more. I think the more you move, the more your brain is able to process stuff. So I think it took me to a different plane, and I went to a different place in my level of understanding today. It's probably why I got so bold with you, Pip. You know, Move your body. Move it. It does wonders for the rest of your body. There's a reason why we were built with legs and arms, you know, like to move, like why we are high functioning physical being. There's a lot of reasons for that. Make sure you're using both your right and your left side. Don't just always use, do you know what I mean? Like, fuck with yourself. Like, try brushing your teeth with the opposite hand. It is not easy, but you need to help your brain continue to want to cross the medium. Okay? You have to make your body grow constantly, even especially when you're older. If you do the same exact thing every day and you don't challenge your mobile ability, it's not good, but your mobile will also challenge your psyche. So what I'm saying is, I danced so much last night that I was able to kind of open up and perceive things a little differently today. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of advice, and it might have made me a little bit more, like I said, though, there's something weird in the air today. While I was outside in the yard, I didn't like it. And normally I'm 100% comfortable outside, but there was like a heaviness out there that I didn't like. And then a snake came after me, so I thought that was really interesting. Luckily, I know it wasn't a poisonous snake. I'll share that on a short. You'll like it. He's like sticking his tongue out at me and everything. And he like, whew. I pissed him off or he scared him. Anyway, whatever it was. It was kind of cool that I caught on tape. Okay, now let me read your messages. But yeah, anybody who jumped on and shared a little bit of positivity with me, I got it. I got it. And it means a lot. Okay, Sue, been a pleasure. Oh, see? Okay. Clean, close shave. Yeah, I mean, don't become a stranger. I do like you. I do. I just would hate to see any of this roll over onto anybody else. I mean, I already see it happening, but I would just hate, especially somebody that I actually have an affinity for. That would suck. It would just suck. And then you'd be like, oh, God, I can't know her. And there that would be. Oh, I've been going through it for a while now. Even when I'm an asshole, I'm lovely. Oh, man, maybe you are meant for me. All right, Clyde. Well, will you be around tomorrow to listen to some tunes? Or do you have a prior engagement tomorrow? Thanks for being empathetic. That's very big of you. Very big of anyone to be empathetic. Oh, if I do records tomorrow, I'm probably gonna start super early, so this way that I won't go into the evening. Because I'm trying to get on a better body clock for work. I like to be as rested as possible, and I'm not a good sleeper. So, what's too early? Because you do your stuff. You have stuff that you do. You tell me a good time. Honestly, because if you'll be there, I'll show up. I am a good team player. I really am. Especially if I know my role and I know I can handle it. And I can count on the other person. I love being on good teams. Right now, we just need to be a team. And there's really nothing wrong with getting to know each other this way. I think it's not such a terrible thing. What's too early? And I will do the math. Right. No, any time is not good. Can't you just give me a straight answer? It's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't know. What are you in the mood for? I don't know. Well, let's go here. No, I don't want to go there. But you said you didn't care. I don't care. You know that conversation? We're not having those. You know those conversations. Those are the worst. It's better if somebody just shows up with food, you know. Hey, oh, good. Great. Thank you. That's how that should go. There goes a helicopter. Yeah, so earlier the better for me. So what's too early for you? I don't want to interrupt you, but I also don't want to miss out on chatting with you before I can't chat with you often. Do you know what I mean? It's still looped. Oy, oy, oy. Never sit with the sun behind you. Then you see everything that drives you crazy. Your time, 3 a.m. My time, 3 a.m. I'm usually up at 3, unfortunately. So that's 5 o'clock in the, wait, no. That would be 8 o'clock in the morning by you. Oh, wait, what do you mean, 5 p.m.? That's like over 10 hours of nonstop. I don't know if I have that many records. Actually, I do. I definitely could pull it off if I brought in my big records. You're saying anytime between 3 and 5 p.m.? Is that what you're saying? Because look at how you wrote it. What happened to your Englishman? Where'd it go? So you're telling me you're up by 8 o'clock in the morning by you. That's not helpful. And maybe I will do a morning spinning of the tunes, and I'll have a cup of coffee, and I'll feed the girls breakfast, and we'll do an early morning hoorah. All right, maybe I could do that. What time you get up in the morning? But I'm going to interrupt your cribbage, or whatever it is that you do in the morning. You're up at 7? How soon after 7 do you want to watch somebody spin records? Not like you have to watch. You just put it on and listen. Move on about your day. Do you use an alarm clock, or is that your body clock? 7 o'clock would be amazing. I'm up at the crack ass. I'm like 5:15. Oh, God, during the school year, it was like, I didn't have to set an alarm. It didn't matter if I crawled into bed at 4:30. 5:15, I'd sit straight up. Because I like to spend a lot of time getting stuff done before I go to work. So when I come home, I can relax. Yeah, I'm kind of nutty like that. That'll be 2 a.m. your time. Right, I was just asking you what time you got up. I'm usually up all night. It's bad. But I'm saying, how soon after 7 do you want to hear tunes? That was the question. Meaning like, your time 10 o'clock, your time 11 o'clock. Do you have lunch plans? I don't want to interrupt your lunch plans. Like I'm trying to work with you here, Pip. Here's where I need you to like be the man in a sense, you know? Take control over the time. Put it out there. I do better when I have to be punctual for something. I like schedules. Then I know how long I can fuck around before I gotta be somewhere. And then I'm good under pressure, really good under pressure, right? Yeah, you know all about it. Yeah. I won't be starting at 2 a.m. here, so you don't have to worry about me interrupting your wake-up hour. But how soon after you wake up would you be interested? Like, can you work with me here, please? I only have a couple of days left that I can torture you in this manner. Because even if I do any lives once I'm working, I'm not going to have windows of time like I've been abusing. I've been really abusing windows of time because they're free. Free time. But I won't have it. So, be a little bit more specific, please. Clyde, listen. Oh, so 3 o'clock in the morning here? You wise ass. right, so anytime after 3 o'clock in the morning is okay by you. That what you're saying? So if I sit up at 3:30, don't be surprised if I do it, just because it's summer. I'll set it all up. I'll go to bed at like, oh my God, it's 7 already. I'll go to bed in like 2. Oh my God, I'm gonna see you in like 7 hours. How's that sound? Sounds kind of scary, doesn't it? Not a problem? All right. Well, I'll see you early then. Earlier than your usual, my usual early. And who knows, maybe there'll be some people on the other side of the planet who it might even work out better for, who want to listen to some music. So, because I know people around here aren't interested in listening to music at that time of day, you know. But because the time thing goes, you know, like Liz would probably be, she has school though, but she does say hello in the morning before she goes to school. Who knows? All right, so I'll probably see you in like 6 or 7 hours. If I happen to fall asleep and I'm sleeping soundly and I sleep in, like very unlikely, but if that happens and you don't see me, it's just because I'm actually sleeping, which is really rare. But okay, so I'll see you in a couple hours. Because the 5-hour thing kind of crunches it in even smaller. You know what I mean? All right. Thanks for not getting mad at me. I just don't, I don't like anything right now. I don't like how anything is working, and I don't have the ability to trust. All right. Well, go do fun things. I'll catch you on the record flip in a little bit. And in the meantime, everyone else, have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever the heck it is that you are. Ugh, gross. All right, Pip. See you sooner than later. Don't let me down. Show up. Okay? Yes? Okay. Everybody else, cheers to you. Be kind. Smile. Somebody needs it. Trust me.